and welcome to Off the Hook. I am Pam with BeeCreative Crafts. And we already have several people here. Miss Nancy is in the basement. I'll bring her up here in just a minute. We've got Miss Kimberly and Miss Dawn and Miss Angel. Hello, everybody, and welcome in. So, y'all, tonight we're going to keep working on the iris stitch. And I was going to have my wrap already started. But then all of these yarns are different. And so I wanted to show y'all how different they really are. Hey, Herb, welcome in. Hi, Miss Samantha. And so I wanted to show y'all how different they really are, because if y'all ever hear a yarny say not all weights are created equal, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, because I had a 2-weight and I'm like, that is not a 2-weight. So I grabbed another 2-weight of a different brand and I was like, that's not a 2-weight either. Hey, Mishi and Karen, welcome in. I'm like, that's not a 2-weight either. So then I grabbed one, which I thought was a 3. Turns out it's a 4. And I'm like, that's not a 4. So you'll see what I'm talking about when I flip the camera. But let me bring Miss Nancy back up. Hi, Nancy.
Hello.
Because, y'all, these weights, they may all say the same, but they're not the same. They are not all created equal. So I decided what I would do is I would just show y'all how you can create a wrap for yourself based on the yarn you are using, rather than going by what the weight is. Now, if you have, say, a 4-weight red heart, then you're pretty well set. That's going to be a 4-weight. But I say that usually because I also have a red heart sitting here, and to me, it looks more like a 3.
And I've had red hearts that look bigger than a 4.
Yes. So Samantha says, can I see your blanket? Absolutely. Hello, Miss Susan. And I'm glad you said that about the blanket, because I want to show y'all something right quick on it.
Hello, everyone.
Let me do like this right here. Okay, so here is my blanket so far. It's getting big. Can't get it all in the picture. Okay, so down here we've got moss stitch. And we got sedge stitch. So we got January, February. March was half double. April was the shell. And then May was the iris stitch. Now, y'all. Hey, Candy, welcome in.
Hi, Candy.
So what you're going to do on this last row, because when you do the single crochet across, you're not going to count that chain 1. You're just going to skip it when you're doing the single crochet. So what I did is I went ahead on this last row, instead of doing a chain 1 between each double crochet, I just did 4 doubles. Now, if you've already finished your section of this blanket and you've already done it with the chain 1, don't worry about it. Don't undo it. Just leave it. It'll be fine. Hey, Miss Regina, because I know Susan said she had already finished this section. So
Hey,
if you've already finished it, great. When you go back across for your single crochets, you're just going to single crochet in each stitch, skipping that chain 1. And that's going to leave you with 198 stitches, which is what you're going to need going into the basket weave. Hey, Noe.
Hi, Noe.
Mishi's in lurk mode. But anyway, so that's what it looks like. And that was with one skein of the Roll With It tweed. And this really is a standard 4-weight. This one is just a 4-weight is what I'm doing. Mine is. And each section, each month, I'm just using an entire cake. So when this gets done, it will have 12 cakes plus the extra little black giblets there. Stripes in the middle. Stripies in the middle. So yes, so that is my blankie. So
I finished my wrap.
Yay! And I'll switch us right quick and you can show it. There we go. Now you can kind of see it all.
Next month you won't be able to do that.
I will not. I'll be out of screen.
He's like, oh, I can't reach the other end.
So that's what it's looking like. And let's see here. Lay this back over here. Let me switch me and Miss Nancy. And for those that are doing the blanket, I am going to do the basket weave section. I'm going to go up a hook size. I'll show that to y'all in 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm going to go up a hook size. So if you are using a J for yours like I am, you might want to find a K hook to use for next time, or a 6 or 6.5 millimeter. Hello, Mama.
Hello, Mama
Sarah
Henson.
Henson is my mommy. Thank you, Miss
And
Kimberly.
my arm is not wide enough to hold it from edge to edge, so there it is. There. And then it goes all the way there. Let me see if it. I'm gonna put it on and see what it looks like.
Okie dokie. My phone link just popped up on my computer, and Siri goes, No, Siri, you're good. I didn't say. I said Sarah is my mommy.
Come
not
on,
Siri.
stay over here.
Pretty.
There's the back, and
matches your shirt.
It sure does. But it's from tip to tip when I do this way.
Hey, like Jerry.
Right there.
And thank you, everybody that said they loved my blanket, and to everybody that is loving Miss Nancy's wrap. Everybody's loving the colors. Me too. And do you still have the ball band to tell people what the color was, or do you remember?
It's a Karen skinny cake.
Skinny cake, the best kind, y'all.
And it is color
rainbow.
Rambo. And since I didn't use the second full cake, it had a big old hole in the center, so I re-caked it. So this is what's left of it. That's why it looks so small.
And everybody's loving it. And Susan, she got you answered there. It's a Karen skinny cake. Skinny cake. Hey, Jeannie, welcome in.
Hello, Miss Jeannie.
So y'all, are y'all ready for me to turn my camera and show y'all what I'm talking about with this yarn? Because, oh my word, just wait. Oh, let me get my little... Hey, Miss Granny D.
Hi, Miss Granny.
Samantha said, how do I keep my side straight when doing the moss stitch? Okay, let me show you. Okay. Because here's my side.
You can make yourself.
Oh
yeah. and I'm gonna go switch and start my project while you talk.
So here's my side, Samantha. So it's pretty straight. The main thing is I do a stitch. I do a single crochet in that first stitch, and then I do my chain 1, skip, and then do a single crochet. I know I'm showing you upside down. Then on the next row, I do 2 singles. I do a single in the first and a single in the chain 1 space, and then I start my chain 1, skip, chain 1, skip. Then on the next one, I do a single, chain 1, skip. But I always start and end each row with a single crochet. But I do have a tutorial on my channel. If one of my mods wants to drop it, if they're in here and can find it pretty quick, I do have a playlist of all my stitch tutorials, but I do have a stitch tutorial for the moss stitch. And then also back in January, each Thursday night, we worked on the moss stitch. Samantha said hers is a curving on one side. Give me just a second, y'all. Let me get a drink here. Sorry, y'all. I'm choking on air. But yeah, so watch that. And you may need to put a stitch marker in the first stitch and the last stitch so that you know that you're not adding anything extra. Unless it's dipping in. And then you may not be going over far enough. Alright, gonna put us back side by side. Whoopsies. We get caught up in the chat, and then I will turn my camera. Everybody is welcoming everybody in. And let's see here. Miss Granny D's going to Gatlinburg. So let me write that down. Miss Granny D's going to be listening while she's stitching. Hey, Thrifty. No, he said she got a full 4 board for Michael's today. Oh, cool beans. What are you going to make with it? Ooh, y'all, my eyes watering while I was trying to hold back that cough. Let's see here. Thrifty says she's on her way home from work. Well, be careful. All right, y'all, let me switch my camera. Hey, Jen Reeves. She is going to be lurking in her treehouse. Woohoo! Wrong button. Ta-da! Now y'all can see my arm. And I will show y'all the yarn.
Look at that pretty yarn.
Okay, Samantha said it's dipping in. Okay, so it could be one of two things. You could be dropping a stitch, or because the moss stitch has got the chain 1, it is possible that that chain 1 is just causing it to draw in. Because it's so you've got to make sure that you're keeping that chain 1 between your single crochets loose, because if you tighten it up, it's going to make it draw in on itself, because it's easy to make your chain tight. And Noe is going to use it as a way to line up her larger purses to fabric lining. Oh, okay.
So using it as a template?
Yeah. All righty, y'all. I'm getting get my blanket off of me here. All right. You're welcome, Miss Samantha. Do I have water with me? I do, and I'm getting ready to take a drink. Dawn, the link for the moss stitch tutorial, MOSS. I know. I'm stopped up. That's what I said. The moss stitch. It should be under my craft stitch tutorials or crochet stitch tutorials, and it's probably also under the 2024 crochet along playlist. Stitch along. Okie dokie. So, y'all, this is what I grabbed the first time. Let me go big here. Okay, so this is what I grabbed the first time. This is the cake that I got from Ice Yarns. It said it's a 2-weight. I'm like, that looks mighty thick to be a 2. Looks more like a 3. So I was like, well, let me grab another one, because all of them I bought were all 2-weights. Okay, so that's it again. This says it's a 2-weight. Now, y'all, those are not the same. Not even close. This looks more like a 1. This looks more like a 3. So then we got this, which says it's a 4, which looks more like a 3. So I'm going to say that this one is a 3. More of a 3 than a 2. But I'm guessing, I don't know if they decided that little teeny tiny thing of sparkle made this a 4-weight. I don't know. But it is a lot thinner than, okay. So this is the 4-weight that I'm doing with my blanket.
Okay.
So, yeah. But, well, Samantha, if you can find the stitch, I was dropping it for you. So if you can find the moss stitch, that's all. I was just going to drop it for you to make it easier for you to find it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these, and I guess I'll have to flip my camera back around to show y'all, because what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can measure out depending on what yarn you're using, because I wanted to go up a hook size from what you would normally use, because I want it to be really flowy, but I don't want it to be so, I I don't want it to be so loose that it has to be blocked. I just want it to be a nice, loose, flowy fabric without having to block it. I know, Samantha. That's okay. So, Miss Nancy, Samantha would like to know, what are you working on?
It's a circle. I'm gonna try to make a stitch. I mean, a stitch.
A bee.
I'm trying to make a hat, but I'm doing the crown on double crochet, and when I start doing the where I don't need to increase anymore, I'm gonna try the iris stitch.
Yay! We were just talking about it before we went live, so we're gonna find out in real time if it works.
Yep, and I'm using the same yarn because I want it to match. Hello, Mr. Steve.
Hey, Steve.
I think did we say hi? Someone came in.
Hey, Chris K.
Chris Kaleidoscope came in.
Hey, Chris K. So now we got to decide which one of these yarns to use. Da, 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 da. Okay, so we've got brown, orange, sparkle. So in the chat, tell me which one we want to use tonight. We got a brown, like brown ombre, orange ombre, or sparkle. And while y'all pick, Samantha says she found the moss stitch tutorial. Okay, good deal, Samantha. Hopefully that will help you out.
I'm going with the muted one, the one at the bottom.
The orange one?
You know, because I'm with the I'm with the muted colors right nowadays.
Of course you are. Okay, so Samantha says orange.
It's a summery color.
My mommy says orange. Orange was my initial. Y'all can't see me looking at the camera. Orange was my initial. Regina says orange. Susan. All right, y'all. We just gonna say it's orange.
I think they know you.
The orange winds. Neener, neener, neener. Okay.
Hello, Darcia.
Hey, Darcia. Samantha, how many rows do we repeat with a moss stitch? As wide as you want it. I used an entire cake. I want to say, here, I can count it up right quick. I did around 26, 27 moss stitch rows.
But that's because you only use one cake.
Yeah, because it's just however many you want to do until you use up all your yarn. Yeah, I did it that way just because. Is it a 2-row or the way I do it? It's a 2-row repeat because I like to start and end the same. So it's a 2-row repeat. You can do moss stitch in a 1-row, but the way I do it is a 2-row repeat. Row 1 is single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Row 2 is 2 single crochets, chain 1, single, chain 1, single, chain 1, single, all the way across, end with 2 single crochet. Yep, of the moss stitch. And then row 3 would be the same as row 1. You do a single crochet, chain 1, skip over that first or the second single crochet, and then you do a single crochet in the chain 1 space. And Susan is using her scraps. That, yes, is a great idea. This is a good scrap buster. Alrighty, so let me turn my camera back. And then I'm going to go get me a Kleenex here in a second. Where
Allergies?
Yes, well, I was doing good until I choked myself on air. Got my eyes watering.
Thank you, Miss Dawn.
Okie dokies. Thank you, Dawn. All right, so y'all, for what you're going to do, okay, so if you want to make a wrap, you're going to chain your wingspan, if you want the wrap that long. Most wraps, I would think, are at least your wingspan. So I'm going to chain my wingspan, and then I'm going to add some extra ones, because once I start doing that single crochet back across, it's going to make it shrink down a little bit.
Yeah.
Samantha, do I have the 2-row repeat in the tutorial? Yes, ma'am. I do. I do.
Hey, Miss Crystal.
And it's also, Samantha, if you check out the very first live of the year where we started the moss stitch section of Off the Hook, it'll, yeah. We talk about it a lot and answer questions and stuff. But the whole month of January, we worked on we did the moss stitch, and I showed the 2-row repeat and all of those. Noe says her mom messaged, hope you're hungry for corn because it's that time. Ooh, love fresh sweet corn out of the garden. Yes, ma'am. Yum, yum, yum. Samantha said, is it episode 68? I'm not sure, but I can check here in just a little bit.
I'll check for you.
All right, thank you. So what we're going to do, I'm going to back this out. Okay, now for a 3, well, let's see. Let's just look at this one, see what it calls for. This one's a 4, but we're going to call it a 3. It is calling for a 5.5 millimeter hook. So I'm going to go up, and I'm going to use, I know, y'all be prepared, I'm going way up. I'm going to use a K, which is a 6.5. I'm going up 2 full hook sizes because I'm going to go up to a 6.5. And that's what I'm going to do. Regina said she saved that moss stitch video. She will try it again. You can do it. I promise you can.
It is episode 68.
Okay, great. And Nancy says it is, Samantha. So, yay. Noe says corn season at Fresno State is usually a huge event. Oh, that's cool. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to chain, just chain until it's as wide as your wingspan. Keep track of how many you're doing because it still needs to be a multiple of 4. So you can chain any width that you want, keeping it in a multiple of 4. And then I'm going to add a few extra. Like I'm probably going to get it to my wingspan, and then I'm probably going to chain 20 more because I want my wrap to be a little bit longer, and I want it to hang over. And I may even though I'm not a big fan of fringe, I may add fringe to the bottom of it because I like the way it looks. And when I say I'm not a fan of fringe, I think it looks beautiful. I just don't like making it because I'm like, that's just a waste of yarn. Even though it looks pretty, I'm just like, that's all the things I can make with that fringe. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Samantha, where does the 2-row repeat happen in episode 68? Oh, girl, I have no idea. I would have to fast forward and find out. But I do make a washcloth. I don't know if it's in that episode, but
I believe you started the washcloth on that one.
So yeah, check that one out. All right, y'all, let me put us back equal and switch my camera back.
Hey, Miss Rebecca. Hey, Rudy.
Hey, Rudy, welcome in. And Miss Rebecca. All right, y'all. So I am just going to, well, Rudy, Miss Nancy is on panel, so it's hard for her to type 93 in tonight. And then I'm just going to chain. And I'm just going to chain in 4s.
Here, this is for Rudy. Look, 93. Since I can't type it.
There's 12.
Look, it started with your favorite color. Look.
Yay! And there's 24. Sorry, I was counting. I tell you what, let me make, while I'm just chaining, we'll switch over and let y'all look at Miss Nancy. And let me just zoom us in like that. How's that, y'all?
I have to move myself.
Oh yeah, me too. You know what? Instead of moving myself, let's see if I can just.
See, I can't move my camera because it's attached to the ceiling. That's the one thing about having a tripod holding your camera. I can only move it, up, higher and lower, or front and back. I can't move it side to side.
Got up knot. Dawn's gonna go make some food. Woohoo!
I had some breakfast hot pockets for lunch today, for dinner today.
Ooh, that
They were
sounds
good.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, here I'm gonna make Nancy big for a second. I'm gonna run grab a Kleenex. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. So I'm just doing double crochet. I'm just doing the crown of the beanie, and then when I stop increasing, then we'll see how the Irish stitch works out on this. So I'm still following Pam's Irish stitch month thing. I just have to get to that section first because I wasn't sure what I was gonna make since I finished the wrap a couple days early. I'm using the same yarn, the Karen Skinny Cake in Rainbow. And like I said, I re-caked it because had a big old hole when I used the second skein because I didn't want to make a dress out of the wrap. So mine turned out to be, I think, 64 inches wide by 20 inches. No, 20 inches wide by 64 inches long. There we go.
Hello, Miss Regina. I'm back, y'all. Now I gotta count because I don't remember what number I was on.
Hello, Miss Regina. There's 2 Reginas. Hi, Regina.
Yes, we got 2 Reginas.
Hello, Mr. Jerry.
Okay, I was where I thought I was. Yay me! Sorry for the silence, y'all. I gotta count. Okay, so I've got 80, and that is with 80 stitches. It is, you can't see, I'm showing you, but it's roughly 1 arm length now. So
Yeah, my stitch count was 229.
whoa, slapping the camera. So I'm gonna guess. We're gonna see how good my guess is. I'm gonna say 80 times 3. How much did you say yours was?
229 or 228.
So let's see.
Whatever is the correct number for the multiples.
Gotcha. Okay, so if I'm doing, okay, so I'm saying mine's going to be at least 240, probably 260-ish.
But I'm a shrimp.
So,
hey,
with your T-Rex arms.
Yeah, I'm the one with the T-Rex arms.
And Jerry says, hello to anybody he might have missed. And you know what? While we're sitting here, let me play this right here. This is for everybody that's that's hanging out in the bushes and lurking and listening and watching. We so very much appreciate y'all, and this is for y'all. And thanks to my co-host, Miss Nancy, for creating this video. Angel was lurking with her puppy. Girl, I saw a picture of
I
that
saw
puppy.
that puppy. She is so cute.
Oh, yeah, right before I came live, I saw it. And looky there, Mr. Yarn Doll member for 8 months. Woohoo! Don't say ads.
I ended up with a knot here, so I'm trying to undo my knot because I pulled it trying to, and it actually made it tighter. So I need to go in here and see if I can wiggle it loose. People still some people that go live still don't know about the ads going on through their lives. If you don't schedule them at a regular interval, YouTube will put the ads wherever they feel like it's more will make it what do
Yeah,
they
I
call it?
try to do. I try to do them every 30 minutes. So Jen says, "How rude! A commercial interrupted my Zen moment." Well, here, let me give it to you again. Hold on. It's not your Zen moment; it's your lurker video. But I'm gonna give it to you again.
See, doing it the 30 minutes ourselves helps us to know that at the top of the hour and the bottom of the hour there's an ad and everybody gets it at the same time versus what YouTube does is everybody gets it at different intervals. So we just make it easier for us so we know more or less when they're coming.
And y'all, I'm gonna get me a little stitch marker here because I keep stopping and forgetting what number I'm on. And
I
then
was
knowing,
I was doing that too with when I did the chain. Every 50, I put a stitch marker.
yep. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. I got some stitch markers here. Let me get caught up in chat. Noe's saying instead of a first dance, you and your spouse decide to do a lightsaber dance, and then Jerry's reply to that was his lightsaber costs too much to actually use it. Samantha's asking about channel drop link. I give you a word towards the middle end of the live, and I'll let you know when you can drop it and what the word is. And Chris K to Nancy, the basket she made with the iris stitch had a lot of stretch. Yeah, it's a loosey or it's a flowy one, so I'm sure it's gonna be
Well, I use a J hook for the the wrap. I'm using an H for the hat, so it won't be so stretchy. I'm hoping. You know what I mean? Because when I make hats, I use the H hook all the time. That's my go-to hook for my hats.
No, he says, that's okay, Jerry, just get the cheap ones at Walmart.
I missed part of that conversation.
The lightsabers. Get an inexpensive lightsaber. All right, I'm gonna put this one. Then I'm gonna put this one at the 80 because that's where I said I'm thinking I'm gonna do it 380s, 240, but we'll see. Let's see. Chris says you might still go down a half size, Nancy. Well, Nancy crochets tight, so I think she good.
I'm an Ami girl. Because even with the J, the rap is not that. Hey, Miss Nisi. Miss Nisi, what is it with you in Montana still snowing? Miss Kimberly. Our Montana girls are still in the white stuff.
I know Niecy posted that earlier today, and I was like, girl. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, but to be fair, I would rather have the snow than the thunderstorm tornado BS that we've been having. Because
Yeah.
snow is pretty, it shuts the south down. We can all stay home, look out the window, and look at it looking pretty, which I know they can't do that in Montana. But yeah.
You didn't get snow today, but you did get snow a couple weeks ago, didn't you, Miss Kimberly?
She did.
And that's better than the heat index 106 that we had last week. Yeah, Kimberly said she loved the snow. I need to rotate this guy a little bit. My OCD is bothered. There we go. What I do, I line up the camera to even with my cutting mat. Even though the way the camera is, it sort of angles on the side. But as long as the bottom is straight, I'm okay now. Like I said, some things I'm OCD and some things I'm not. You know what I mean?
I do.
I could care less if something's not straight or if I don't measure completely right. But there's some things that if I can see that it's crooked, I'm gonna measure it.
Hey, Connie, I don't know if I welcomed you in. I saw you come in a while ago. If
Yeah,
I did not, welcome in.
yeah,
All right.
a few minutes ago.
Okay, so there's the other 80.
Don't forget to hit those thumbs up and share Miss Pam out. Let's get a bunch of other
Hey,
people
Miss
learning the
Cindy.
Irish speech.
There's Miss Lulu Cindy.
Hey,
Welcome in.
Miss Cindy Lulu. Hey, Cindy Lulu.
Cindy, have y'all been getting all these storms that have been coming through like we have been here in Tennessee? They need to just go on and just, a good old thunderstorm, I'm down with. Give me a thunderstorm, a little bit of rain, a little bit of thunder, good for sleeping. But all this wind, keep the wind, keep the tornadoes. I'm over that part of it. Yep. See, and then I get to talk and I forget where I'm at.
See, I'm like, if I can stay indoors, it can do whatever it wants outside. Just not too bad, because I'm not in a safe home, if you know what I mean.
Alrighty, let's see. Miss Rebecca says, do you know how many yards of a skein of Hirschner's worsted? She got one of those color packs and it doesn't say how many yards are in one. Which it depends. Is it like one of their millions or is it um which one is it?
Need some
And
more information.
yes, and if it doesn't say it on your ball band, go look on Hirschner's website because usually they will put the yardage in the description. And let's see, Cindy said, yep, they did get some storms, lots of rain, little lightning, not much wind or anything else. Hope it stays that way. Yes. Yes, ma'am. And Susan, I never did get your email with the picture. I only got the one that's the very first one that just said, here's the picture, but there was no picture attached. I never got the next one.
Hello, Zach.
Hey, Zach. Bonjour. Miss Granny D said they had a little thunderstorm and thunder and just barely audible now. See, I don't mind those. I don't mind those at all. I like a good old thunderstorm. But I could do without the tornadoes.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I know lightning can be very destructive and can be scary. So, just watch
Well,
out for the lightning. But
down here, let's see, in a little over a week, June 1st starts. You know what season that is. The hurricane seasons.
okie dokie, let's see. And Miss Thrifty said she is home. Now she finishes her hooker to hooker project. Now she has to wait till June to show it. Oh no! But yay for finishing it. Zach said he worked 2 10-hour days in a row. I don't know how people do it. Dude, I do 4 10s, but then I have 3 days off. So that's how I do it. I do it because I know that I'm getting ready to have a 3-day weekend every week.
Yes.
Miss Dawn said her chat is being weird and it's not giving her the member emojis. Well, that's bogus. I'm sorry. I need to do y'all some new emojis, add some new ones. And Rebecca said, oh, thanks. I will go look on the website. Woohoo! And Miss Cindy saying it's nice to see some people tonight. She's tagged y'all. Alrighty, so I'm at 40. Keep going.
This is what I got in the mail today. If anybody gets these. The Hershey's Mega Clearance Sale. I should have said a nibbler, right? Up to 76% off.
Sorry,
I haven't even looked at it because why do they have sales like this on my off weeks? Because Echo Park Paper has a sale this weekend. May Maida has a sale this weekend, and some other people has a sale this weekend, and I'm like, but I don't get paid till next weekend.
And now and then, no, you'll have to what? Well, everybody's having good sales this weekend. A lot of people are having Memorial Day sales, so
Yeah.
maybe there'll be something next week. And let's see, Steve says he does 7 16s a week. But Steve, you run your own business, so you are working hard for yourself and for everybody that you host websites and stuff for.
Hi, Miss Connie.
Hey, Connie.
Number 2.
She said she is working on the bod Twilight After Sunset shawl. Woohoo! Thinking about you, Connie. And Thrifty says she has a 3-day weekend this weekend too. Oh, you know what, girl? I got a 4-day weekend this weekend. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, there's no work on Monday.
No work on Monday.
Earl
Woohoo!
doesn't work on Monday either. Yay!
Karen said she got hers today too. I didn't get no book in the mail today. Connie says howdy to her amazing yarny friends. How's everybody doing? And Dawn said her emojis are just missing. There's no button.
You probably have to get out and come back in. You probably have to just reset your YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You know how YouTube is sometimes.
Yup. And Regina said she is frogging the blanket. She got some new colors in Happy Mail and wants to try the moss stitch. Yay! And I tell you what, girl, the moss stitch, if you have any variegated, toss that variegated in there because the moss stitch looks amazing with the variegated yarn. Because there's a lot of stuff that just does not look good with the variegated, but the moss stitch looks great with the variegated. And if it's solid, use it too. But if you have any variegated that you're wanting to toss in there, go for it.
Hey, Miss Tammy.
Granny D saying, hi, Connie, my alien loving friend. And some of the emojis are working, so that's good to know.
Yeah, it's probably you just have to go out and come back in and have it reset.
Yep. Alrighty.
Because sometimes my check completely disappears. So I
Had an
go out.
email come through, but it was, Regina said, I did get variegated today. And Granny D said it looks fabulous with self-striping too. So, yay. Y'all, I'm just going to have to start telling y'all what number I'm on because I'm pretty sure I was at 60, but, you know.
We're just messing up your count, aren't we?
Yeah. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. Look at that. 60. 60. I knew I should have just trusted myself. I don't trust myself. Connie says 102. No, ma'am. 80. We're going to slap another stitch marker right here. Because we're doing multiple of 4. We're going to put one there. And then we're going to put one right here. And then I'm going to do the tester. And see. Ooh, that's... Okay. Let me turn my camera. But first I'm going to make this back smaller. Because I don't want to be ginormous when I change my camera. Because that'll be... Y'all be all up in my business if I don't. Okay.
The up close and personal?
Yep. Okay, so this is what 240 gets me. Okay, so it gives me my wingspan plus that much hanging over. But when I do my stitching back into it, it's gonna shrink it down. Like a little shrinky dink. So I think I'm gonna add 20 more. If it's a little long, it's okay. I would rather be at too long than be too short. I mean, it's not going to like drag the floor because even like this, you know, it'd be like that.
Yeah.
And then it would hang down on my arms.
Yeah, I think I have mine like, well, since I'm, like I said, T-Rex arms. But mine's 64 inches wide. So it's taller than I am. Because I'm 60 inches.
Okay. Now, when I hold it up this way on my back side, then I've only got that much. So, I'm going to do 40 more instead because I want it to be long. I want it to be longer rather than shorter. Susan, what stitch am I going to be using? I am going to be using the iris stitch. I'm going to go back through it, do a single crochet foundation row first, and then I'm just going to iris stitch boop, 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 until I get it as wide as I want it. And then I may go back and add a fringe on the side. Connie's having fun with emojis. Darcia says, yep, I don't trust myself. That's why I use stitch markers. Let's see. Regina said she used to work 4 12-hour shifts every other week. Woo! My mama used to work 12s. She used to work 12-hour shifts. And she was a nurse, so their 12-hour shifts were really like 13-hour shifts or longer. Because they work 12, but there's like no, you know, half-hour lunch or an hour lunch break. It's work, 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 work. Eat when you can. Yeah. Alrighty, so we're just going to go. Connie says 1,000 more, right? We're going to add 40 more. Darcy says green giraffe music. That's what it says on StreamYard side. But in reality, it's cute little emojis. They're so cute. Do y'all like the little giraffe emoji? Welcome back, Miss Samantha. Alrighty. So let me do 40 more. Oh, I guess I could switch my camera back. Hold on. Because y'all don't want to see me looking down. Switcheroozy. Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding.
I'm sorry. I slept good last night.
And Miss Samantha says she learned how to do the moss stitch. Yay! Good job. Sorry for that. And there's my mom. She's saying 13-hour shifts were at night, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Yeah, long.
Oh.
And then, like, okay, so when I was in high school and stuff, she worked fairly close to home. But once we moved back to Tennessee, she worked in Nashville, which is another hour drive to get to Nashville. One way.
So you add 2 hours to that.
Yes. So she had to where she would stay with my aunt on the nights that she worked because it was just easier to sleep there.
I'm sorry, Niecy.
Awesome, Samantha. I'm glad my tutorial helped you. She learned where she made her mistakes. Oh, yay. I'm glad it helped you. I like to hear when it's helpful.
I didn't mean to make everybody yawn. I'm innocent. Oh, thank you, sir.
All righty. And Miss Niecy is working on the 4 Seasons Mosaic Afghan, finished pattern 1 and starting pattern 2. Woohoo! Hello, Darla. That Darla girl saying hi, all.
Hey, Darla.
Oh, wow. Regina was the cardiac monitor and unit secretary at her local hospital for 17 years. Awesome. So you also had those long shifts. Thrifty said she put out her first easy tutorial and so proud of herself. Awesome sauce. Good job.
That's cool.
All right, y'all. Now, what I'm going to do is make us big again. Boop. I can zoom us in. Check it. And Connie said to Regina, she also used to be a unit secretary at the hospital. Cool. See, check it out. Everybody, you have something in common with people and you just don't even realize it.
True.
So, y'all, my cousins were in town this week from Michigan. And I haven't seen them for forever. And when I say for forever, I mean, like, I was in college, I think, the last time we saw each other. No,
wow.
I take that back. I saw Mandy when my son, because we were talking about it, probably when my son turned 3. My oldest one turned 3. So it's been over 20 years since I had seen her. But anyway, so I asked her what she was doing now. She does payroll for a company, which is pretty ironic, like that she works in the accounting field, because payroll was my favorite thing to do. I don't do payroll now, but I'm still doing accounting. So it's crazy how we both ended up in the same similar career field. But anyway, just thought I'd share. And of course, we're all like super crafty. Or we all like to be crafty.
That's
my
fine.
aunt, which was her grandmother, quilted and crocheted and made these amazing quilts. I sent Nancy some pictures, and she made this gorgeous crochet doll, which I don't think I had ever seen before. So I will have to show y'all a picture of it because I took a picture. Let's see here. Let me scroll back up. My mom was huh?
What is Noe talking about?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to come back. Oh, wait a minute. Let me scroll back up. I missed something here. Let's see. Darla said she had a job interview yesterday. After her interview was over, she was given a tour of the facility. Ooh, awesome. And my mom was a CCRN. For those that don't know, that's a critical care registered nurse in the med-surg ICU.
Wow.
Samantha, how long have you been crocheting? I've been crocheting since I was 8. And my mommy taught me how because my grandmother tried to teach me how. And if y'all go watch a crochet video and put it on 2 times the speed and then multiply that times 10, that's how fast she crocheted, and she tried to teach me at that speed.
Oh
My
God.
mama could slow it down to where old Pamsky here could learn how to do it because grandmother was way too fast for me. But anyway, yes, so I've been crocheting since I was 8. She taught me how to chain, double crochet. She taught me how to do the chevron stitch or the pattern chevron. And from there, I just learned it. And she bought me books, and I taught myself looking at the books, the pattern books, and all that kind of fun stuff. No, he said stealing traffic cones is overrated. I want a dinosaur. I guess that's what you were saying. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Darla said, I have a national certification in phlebotomy. Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember you telling us that.
Mm-hmm.
Samantha has been crocheting for 3 years on May 18th. That's my parents' anniversary. And a couple of my friends' birthdays. But yay, 3 years. You're doing really good then, Samantha.
I've been crocheting since I was 13. And I'll be 55 in July. But my grandma, all she taught me was how to make granny squares. I've taught myself all the other stuff, and Miss Pam is teaching me some new stitches.
Grab your granny square. Grab a granny square. Show them your granny square. I know you showed it again, but I mean, you know. So here it is. However many years later, and you're still doing the granny square. See? And y'all, that's the all-in-one granny, so it can be done. You just have to like adjust your tension. And look, it's beautiful. And no tails to weave in except for the one at the beginning and the one at the end.
And the one at the beginning, I crochet around it. So when I do these guys here, I crochet around it and then just snip it off.
So there you go, y'all. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 done. And it makes 14.
And Thrifty Rachel says, Nancy, all your crafts always amaze me. I know, right? No, he said the Sinclair dinosaurs are out in front of the gas station. Aha, it makes sense now. And Connie said she was 45 when she learned to crochet. And Samantha said she's been crocheting since she was 20. So that's still young. So by the time you're 40, you'll have 20 years in your back pocket. And Darcia said she was also 8 when she learned to crochet, taught by her mom. Awesome.
I had a friend in Tallahassee. She didn't start out as a friend. She was a teacher at Michael's, and she taught me how to read patterns.
Cool.
And I never looked back. I was like, oh, now I can make this. I can make that, and then I started making my own patterns. And
I need to write up some patterns. That's one thing that I've written them for myself, but I've never actually written one and had it published. Samantha said she started in 2021. Awesome. But I haven't written one up for anybody else to follow along with, to sell or to post. So
I was I didn't get any money from I got a free calendar. You know those daily calendar those daily calendars. There was one that was you had a different crochet project each day. That's where my school bus was published. So I could say I was published.
That's cool though.
That was in 2009.
Let's see. Noe said one of the dinosaurs gets yarn bombed every season. Oh, let's see. Samantha said, how long are your live streams? They are usually around 2 hours. Sometimes they go over maybe 2.5 to 3. They used to be a whole lot longer, but I've been trying to keep them right around 2 hours. And what am I working on? I am making a wrap. So right now I'm just doing 200-ish single crochets. And my mom said Katie was 8 when you started teaching her. I think she was actually 7 the first time I taught her. I believe she was 7. And now she's gaining speed and improving at 9. She is. I think I taught her the first time, and then she made a dishcloth. It was right before her 8th birthday. I think when she made the dishcloth is when Kay went on vacay to Hawaii. And I did, y'all. I taught my niece how to crochet. I have a couple of videos of me and her on my channel. Connie says the biscuit said he hopes everyone is having a happy biscuit day. Will you tell Mr. Biscuit, Mr. Frank, that we all said howdy do?
Well, Jay is 18, and I'm teaching him. He's just started single crochet this week,
and he did a great job.
And again, he's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. So I told him, here, come here. And guys, I was trying to crochet left-handed for him. So I put my hook in this hand, and it was very slow, but I did it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I tried to teach one of my brother-in-laws how to crochet. He wanted to learn, but he was like so tense and like his hands would be shaking. I'm like, dude, you got to relax. So it would be really tightly wound, but so just relax. And your first project is not going to turn out perfect unless you're Jerry, and then it freaking turns out amazing. Yeah. But what I'm saying is it takes
Wait a minute. Wait, did Jerry show us all his practice pieces, or did he just go on and do it?
Well, I mean, he may have just showed us the one that was perfection, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, see, Karen said she was 8 and she was in the brownies. Awesome when she learned. Samantha said she has been to Hawaii. Cool. I want to go. I have never been, but I want to go.
Me neither.
I want to go because it looks beautiful. My mom says Katie's tried to show Eliana how, but at 3, she just can't quite get the hang of it yet. Now, also, my other niece, Amara, wanted to learn, so I tried to teach her, and she's a lefty. She lost interest pretty quickly, but she tried. She gave it a go.
But once I did try to do that first stitch for him left-handed, he was able to follow me.
Awesome.
And he's tried to I've told him to go to YouTube and search left-hand single crochet, and then go check everyone, all the different crocheters, and see which one is closer to how you hold your hook and stuff. So that way makes it easier.
Because everybody holds their hook slightly different, or holds their yarn different.
Yeah.
There's no right nor wrong. It's just what works best for you. And let me scroll. No, he says, want to hear the most difficult Jeopardy question? Sure. We're going to have our Jeopardy question here in about 1 minute. Let's see, Connie said when she was in the Navy, she wanted to get stationed in Hawaii, but ended up in Diego Garcia.
Where is that?
I don't know.
You know, if I kept on doing this, I can make a rainbow once I get all the colors on here. Look.
Pretty. Hello, Miss Debbie. How many rounds or what? How many are you on now?
How many what?
Stitches.
I don't know. I didn't count them.
Or did you start with 12?
Yeah.
12, 24, 36, 48. Are you on 72 yet? Hey, Carrie,
I
welcome
think so,
in.
but since this is a 3-way and I'm using an H, it's only 6 inches at the crown right now.
Oh, okay, so you're going to keep going. But as
I think.
long as you're keeping it in multiples of, you're in 12, so it'd be a multiple of 4, so you're good. Alrighty.
So I'm going to do one more round, then I'll start the iris stitch.
And Miss Carrie is also a cousin of mine. It used to be my little cousin, and now I think is taller than me. She felt taller than me when she was standing beside me the other day anyway. So Connie said that Diego Garcia is in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and it's shaped like a horseshoe 50 miles from tip to tip. Ooh,
Okay.
that's kind of cool, though. Noe says Tim Burton directed this dark tale starring Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter. And my mom said they took Maggie, which is my niece, to Hawaii for her high school graduation present, and it's really beautiful there.
Did we say hello to Miss Carrie?
Yes, that's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
And you
hello,
may
cousin.
not have, but I did.
I didn't. Hello, cousin Carrie.
And Connie says Johnny Depp was hot in his 21 Jump Street days. You know what? Somebody posted a video on Facebook the other day that I'm friends with. Like, they shared it. And it showed him then up until now, and he has changed very little. I mean, I know in some pictures he looks rough, but hello. So do I. But, you know. Carrie says I'm 5'7". Anyway, I want to see the iris stitch. Well, I haven't got to it yet because I'm single crocheting 100 miles here. But I'll show you the iris stitch. It's right here.
Yeah, and I'm about another round away from the iris stitch.
It's right here. So yes, Carrie is taller than me because I am 5'4" and a half. Got to get that half in there.
Well, that's taller than me. I'm 5 foot none.
5 foot even. Yeah, there are some people that have aged gracefully and have gotten better with age, aged like a fine wine.
Yep.
And then there are others
that look rough.
that age like a banana.
I've never heard that one said before.
I just was trying to think of something that gets bad quick as a banana.
A banana, yes.
Thank you, Miss Cindy. She said looks very pretty. She's got to go for now, but hope you have a super rest of your week and weekend coming ahead. Love you bunches. Love you too, Miss Cindy Lulu. Thank you for coming and hanging with us for a while. And Chris K said, no, it's the one with him as a barber. Oh, yeah, we haven't answered her question. Edward Scissorhands is the one that Chris K is talking about. I do believe. Did Tim Burton do that one?
Yes. But I don't believe Helena Bonham Carter is in that one.
I can see her face. Let's see. I don't remember who the other person is in that one. Samantha says, do you stretch your hand before and after you're done crocheting for the night? Not usually. Sometimes I do. Just depends on, I guess, what project I'm working on. But I probably should, but not often. And Chris said, nope, hold on. Let me scroll back up. No, he said, no, it's with him as the barber. Which, yeah, Edward Scissorhands, he was a barber. That's what I was thinking. But he did all kinds of stuff. My mom said she's 5'5" even. She was 5'1.5", but she shrunk, and now she's 5 foot.
Who knows? Maybe I'm already under 5.
And Miss Regina says I'm 5'3", not even 5'4", which her mom was.
My son's 5'8".
And her grandma, which her mom's mom, was 5'5". So each generation shrinks an inch. And Noe says there is no answer. It was from a meme she saw. Girl. Jerry says Sweeney Todd. Samantha says, do I take crochet breaks? I do. I do not crochet all day, every day. I do try to crochet. I wish I could crochet all day, every day, but yeah, I take breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Da, 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 da. No, ma'am, you did not miss the Jeopardy question. I'm getting ready to drop it. I got distracted. Karen said, got some happy mail today. License extension. Did the happy dance. Hubby's like, what's wrong with you? She said, well, I'll be 66 August and didn't want to have to take the test. So, happy dance. And Dawn is saying, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. There you go. Barber Dark movie is Sweeney Todd, yes. So there we have it, y'all. We have the
answer.
The answer. Hola, Maritza. Welcome in. And Carrie said,
I could see the movie, but I couldn't remember the name.
And well, I was forgetting the dark comedy part of it, or the dark part of it. And Carrie said Hayden is like 3'2". That's because her's a baby. Well, is she 3? Or is she almost 4? Which almost 4 would still make her 3, but I'm thinking she's a little bit older than Ellie. So she may already be 4. Jerry said, Dawn and I knew it was not Edward Scissorhands. Whoa, it was Winona Ryder in Edward Scissorhands.
Yes.
You are right. Jerry
I
said,
just watched
it in my head. Now I have to watch it. Meat pies. Carrie said almost 4. Okay, cool.
I watched Edward Scissorhands last week.
And Susan says, do you like your yarn cake in the way it comes? Usually I do.
What do you mean in the way it comes?
Like, do you color control it, like break it apart, or do you just use it the way it comes out? I just usually use it the way it comes out. Well, depends upon what I'm doing. Like this yarn cake, I'm just going to use it because it's going to be such a gradual transition. But now, like this one, if I was working on something and it stopped abruptly, because it goes from brown to blue, I would probably be like, nope. If I'm making like a sweater or something. Now, if it's in a big old blanket, I probably would just leave it. Regina said, never watched Sweeney Todd. As soon as they started singing, I was out of there. And Jerry says, but it was better than High School Musical. Boy, you better stop. Don't you be messing with my High School Musical. Susan says, oh, she means do you keep it or do you cake it? Naskeen. I use my yarn however it comes, unless it's a hank, and then I cake it up, or I ball it up, whichever. Usually I cake it, but yeah, that's
Yeah, I started caking up my skeins until I did like 4 or 5 of them, and I'm like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, no, I just use them how they come.
Because I was trying to cake them up so I can stack them nicely on the shelf, and I'm like, this is too much work.
Mm-hmm. Carrie says anything is better than High School Musical. We're all in this together. You are wrong. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think High School Musical is the greatest musical ever made, but I think it was a cute movie.
Yeah, I like the first one. The other ones that they did after that, they could have left it at the number 1.
Yeah. Well, that's with a lot of series though. But Regina says she just can't do musicals. Elvis musicals are the only movies. Elvis movies are the only musicals that she watches. Oh, see now, one of the all-time greatest movie musicals ever, Singing in the Rain. Love that.
Yes. You know what I watched last week too? After I watched Edward Scissorhands, The Color Purple, the musical.
Oh, now that one I haven't seen yet. And
I liked it.
Samantha, right now, Miss Nancy is just doing double crochet. She's going to be doing the iris stitch here in a minute, but right now she's just doing double crochet, getting the top of her beanie ready.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry says, I can handle Grease, and Sweeney Todd was okay, but musical movies are too for him. Now, I love a good musical. Not even gonna lie. I know y'all are just shocked to hear that, seeing how like lip singing and everything. But I do. I love them all. Let's see.
Oh, The Sound of Music. Yes.
Mhm. Chris K says I prefer Oklahoma. I do love The Sound of Music. I do like that one. Mary Poppins. Some stuff you wouldn't think of as a musical, but it is. Regina says, now nothing gets between me and Prince. Jerry says, I've been to Graceland. Really? You know what? I live right here and I've never been to Graceland. I've been by Graceland, but I've never been to Graceland. Dawn says it's going to be so hard to wait. I want to see what's now. Aw. Samantha, how many chains did I do for my project? For my blanket or for this? My blanket, I did 200. And then Carrie, I personally like Six the Musical, Hamilton, and the Mean Girls musical. See, I haven't seen the Mean Girls musical either.
I haven't seen that one either. I did see Hamilton on the Disney Channel.
Let's see here. Jerry says Purple Rain was amazing, but Under the Cherry Moon and Graffiti Bridge were out there. See, I haven't seen either one of those. Dawn says I'm talking in sing-song all the time. Girl, me too. Karen said I made a bucket hat for my 6-month-old granddaughter and she loves it. Oh, cute.
Well, Earl, every time we're talking or something and we say a phrase or a word, he goes, that reminds me of a song.
Everything reminds me of a song. That's how I used to study in high school because history was like not my it was not my jam. So like if I had a history test, I would take whatever we were studying. Maybe people from Hamilton, maybe they got it from me.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, I just wasn't. I just didn't have the smarts to turn it into a musical, but I did. Like that's how I would study. I would whatever the chapter was or whatever the study notes were, I would sing them and put them to whatever song was popular at that time, and I would just sing it, and that's how I'd pass the test because I would just be like, oh yeah, and then I would say, do I retain any of that? No.
Welcome back, Darcia.
No, he says South Park movie is a good musical. You just gotta lower your humor. See now, South Park, I've never been a fan of South Park or Beavis and Butthead.
Me neither.
Neither one.
There's my circle.
So Carrie says, what are we making? I am making a wrap eventually. Once I get through all these single crochets. And Nancy is making a beanie. And now, before I forget again, let's go drop the Jeopardy question.
Yes.
And y'all, it is super duper easy today. I was like, knew what it was. Now, I always thought this was a Southern phrase. So, but we will find out here in just a moment if it's a Southern thing or if it's an everybody thing. Being that it's on Jeopardy, it's probably going to be an everybody thing, but let's see. And Dawn said, did you see my post on my bucket hat, Karen? I think I'm funny. And Jerry says to Regina, Graceland has been a museum since I was 9. I went back in 98. It was impressive. Samantha, how many chains did I do for my wrap? I did 83 times and then 40. So was that 280. 280. And I'm still working on my single crochets going back in there. Did I do my math right, y'all? That was fast math. Alrighty. And Carrie says, okay, I can see the beanie shape now. Yeah, that's the crown. And so then we're going to help Nancy do this because I think we figured it out before the live started on how we can make it work. Working in the round. All right, y'all. So
I'm gonna wait till you drop the question, then we'll start where I'm supposed to go.
Gotcha. So y'all, Jeopardy category is familiar phrases. So like I said, drop it in the chat because I thought it was. Anyway, you'll see. We'll find out if this is a Southern thing or if this is just a everybody thing. Alrighty, familiar phrases. If you're a little crazy or foolish, you're off this piece of furniture.
I know.
Let's see here. And while everybody's answering, Regina said Jerry, she went when she was 16. She saw Vernon and met his brother. Oh, that's cool. Miss Susan, my email is BeeCreativeCrafts1, number 1, at gmail.com. And look at all those rockers coming in. That answers my question. It is not a Southern thing.
And
It is an everybody
I put
thing.
your email in the chat too.
Ooh. No, he says The Greatest Showman is a really good as well. Thank you, Nancy. And yes, The Greatest Showman was a good one. I will agree with you there. Definitely. So it is not a Southern thing. It is just a saying that everybody knows. Well, since how I was in Jeopardy, I kind of figured it was, but it's one of those things where it sounds like it should be a Southern thing.
Yeah. That was a quick one today. Usually people.
I don't even think I have to drop the correct answer later or the question because I mean it's pretty unanimous. People coming out the woodwork say rocker. Jerry says, we cannot discount Xanadu or the pirate movie.
What pirate movie?
Jerry says, or Carrie says, they just call me crazy in this household.
What pirate movie is he talking about? Is that the name of it?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm thinking, do they sing in Pirates of the Caribbean? Do they sing in that one?
I've never seen them.
Hey, Sandra, listening while crocheting.
Hello, Sandra.
Hold on, y'all. I'm going to send my friend a linky link to the live. If I can figure out what I'm doing. Go to my channel. Share.
I've been wanting to try this all-in-one granny square, and of the colors that our Walmart had, this is the one I like the best. But once I get the hyper violet, I'm getting several skeins of that. I want to make a sweater.
Cool, baby.
Well, not necessarily a sweater, but more like a duster. Like down to my knees.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what?
I've been wanting to make a granny square duster for ages.
Chris K says Pirates of Penzance, and Jerry said the pirate movie was from '82, but Pirates of Penzance too. And you're talking about a duster. Bag O'Day just put a duster pattern out on her channel. You should check it out.
With granny squares?
No.
Oh.
But it would give you like an idea if you wanted to know how to inspiration on how to put it together and whatnot.
I have a sweater book, crochet sweater book that I've made a couple sweaters from.
Ah, cool beans. There you go.
But I've been ever since I saw I forget which movie it was. But her granny squares were
itty bitty.
Yeah. But it looks so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I heard you say that when I was distracted and not listening. You did say you had a book. Sandra said, I read something about Graceland being sold and that Elvis's granddaughter was fighting it. Yes, that has been all in the news in Tennessee. That's been all the rage. But apparently that has been dropped. Yeah, it was supposed to they were going to put it up for auction. And they were like, no, something about the deed not getting filed properly or something. Yeah. But that has been, from what I have heard, that has been dropped. And Samantha says that is a lot of chains in the wrap, Nancy. Well, it depends, Samantha, on how wide you want it and what weight of yarn you're using. I am using it says it's a 4, but it says it's a 2, but I really think it's more of a 3. But I'm using a larger hook size, but it's still, because it is a thinner yarn, I have to use more. So, if you were using like a 5 weight, you could do way less, just keep it in a multiple of 4 and do it to your wingspan. So, depending on who you're making it for, if you're making it for yourself or if you're making it for a child, would depend on how many chains you would need to start with. And Susan said, yep, she is working on that duster now, talking about the Bag O' Day one. It was just really cute. And Carrie says, I can give y'all a question very easy. Don't ask Mama what I consider easy. All right, Miss Carrie, go for it. And Darla says, waiting after a job interview is nerve-wracking. Girl, yes, ma'am.
See,
you got this. Positive vibes.
I could have made a bunch of granny squares, just one color, and then joined them. But I like the idea of several colors in a granny square like this.
Yep.
But I don't like the having to weave in all these, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here, let me take down the. We're just gonna go ahead and drop the. I'm gonna read the question again. I'm just go ahead and drop the answer or the question because y'all got it. It says familiar phrases is a category. So those that are listening and not looking, if you're a little crazy or foolish, you're off your this piece of furniture. And yes, y'all got it. What is rocker? You're off your rocker.
Yep.
So let's flip it back on here. And Samantha said she is not crocheting right now. That's okay. You can take a little break and watch.
Okay, Miss Pam. Let's start.
All right. And Thrifty is on the fence about buying the all-in-one granny. I bought some. Oh, that's what I was getting ready to say. And they have the solids right there with it. And of course, in my mind, I'm like, why do they got this black and white and air and stuff sitting here? But then it dawned on me, it's the colors that go along with it so you can join them all together. I was like, dirty dirt.
Yeah,
but I'm not. That's not what I'm gonna be doing with mine anyway. So, but. And Karen said, look up. She's got yarn too, and see the sweater she made with the granny yarns. It's so pretty.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. Carrie says, I really only know geography stuff. Yuck. I'm not good on geography, so this is not going to be easy for me. So her question, what administrative division is more north, south, east, and west of us? Wait a minute. What administrative division is more north, south, east, and west of Iceland? I am so confused by that question.
Yeah.
Good night, Kimberly.
Good night, Kimberly. Hugs.
No, he says, I've been watching and listening to live action 70s kids shows. Oh, cool. All right, Carrie, you're going to have to rephrase that so that I can comprehend. Because, girl, it is 9:30 after a 10-hour workday. So you just going to have to, you're going to have to dumb that question down for me to understand. Regina says, I don't know anything about Iceland. And then, if you explain it, I'll be like, oh, you said that. That makes perfect sense. But right now, my brain is just not comprehending the question you are asking.
Mm-hmm. So I know we talked about this before the live, but how many do I start?
Okay, so I would say, since you're doing it this way, I would start with a chain 3 and let that count, or chain 2 or chain 3, whichever you prefer.
Chain 2.
And let that count as your first double crochet. And then I would do a double crochet into that same stitch.
Okay.
Slip stitched into. This is it coming right here now, Samantha. Okay, now you're going to skip 3. And into that next stitch, work your iris, which is 2 double crochet. Chain 1, 2 double crochet.
Okay.
And then skip 3 into the 4th, work 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet all into the same stitch. And Samantha, that is the iris stitch. Whether you're working it in the round or working it flat, it's 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet all in the same stitch. Okay, maybe. Okay. So now we're getting Santa's workshop. What is the North Pole? So Carrie, is that could be that would make sense, I suppose. But is it in Iceland?
Brandy Scruggs.
Okay, so Brandy, that's Mama. That's Carrie's mama. That's my cousin.
Okay.
So instead of administrative division, think large enough to be a country, but they are not a country to themselves. And Jerry said, I've barely been to Tijuana. I've never gone to Iceland. Carrie said, it's a big island next to Canada. I know, but my brain was not comprehending what you were, the question. Hold on, let me scroll back up and put it up there. So if anybody, here it is. Because see, I'm thinking, which administrative division is more north, south, east, and west of Iceland? It's still just, my brain is, because I'm thinking one or the other, but I guess it's surrounded. What administrative division surrounds Iceland? Is that a good way to think of it, Brandy? We got several answers coming in. Greenland, Alaska, the Arctic Circle, which does encompass north, south, east, and west. I'm probably wrong, but it makes sense to me. Samantha said, who is my mom? My mom is Sarah Henson. She's the one that answered right above you. Sandra said, which U.S. state is closest to Africa? Ooh, I don't know. Hey, Summer. Summer says Greenland. Summer is my trivia buddy. She's also my bestie, but she's my trivia buddy on Wednesday nights. She's usually good at the geography stuff. I'm just like, don't know. Good night, Miss Samantha.
Is your Facebook group BeeCreative Crafts?
It is, and it's linked in the description box below. But it is BeeCreative Crafts, and you do have 3 simple questions to answer, and then I will approve you. And let's see. And Carrie said Samantha and Summer are right. So Greenland. Woohoo! Greenland is not a continent. I do not believe. Is it? I don't think so. I told you I'm not good at geography. So let me go back up here, and there is your answer to anybody that is cruising along and looking up and seeing it. The answer was Greenland. And now Miss Sandra has a question. Which USA state is closest to Africa? Told y'all geography is not my strong suit, so nary a clue. It would just depend upon and Summer is answering that no, Greenland is not a continent. And it would depend upon, I have some guesses. I'm trying to picture in my mind where Africa is in comparison to the United States. And then that's going to give me my answer. I can tell you which one's closest to like Russia. Carrie said it's only about the size of Mexico in reality. Noe, what kids show did y'all watch growing up? Ooh, kids shows. Like little kids, like when I was a little kid, we watched Sesame Street, Electric Company, which I watched the Electric Company as an adult, and I'm like, why did I watch that as a kid?
There's a lot of shows from back then that we thought was so awesome, and we watch them now. Man, the special effects were really bad.
Well, some of the stuff that they would say on there too is just like, that was for the adults that had to watch it with the kids. The kids didn't know, but the adults got it. And I watched Reading Rainbow and
Mr. Rogers'
yes,
Neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers. I was trying to think of it. My mom said, just guessing, I would say Hawaii. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like I said, depending upon where. I tell you, I really, really, really.
Because when we look at the map, we usually see it flat.
Hold on, I got switch to show my face. Hold up, y'all. This right here is one of my besties from high school, and she messaged a while ago and asked me what I was doing. Hey, girl, I said I'm hosting a live on YouTube. Come on over.
Hey,
Remember
Miss
a while
Dawn
ago when I told you I
Fowler.
was sending out the link? Hey, Dawn, welcome in. And now I'm gonna switch my camera back. I just had to say hey. Alrighty. And Darcia says she was thinking Maine. Carrie says Maine, and I grew up with Doc McStuffins. Love you too, girl. Now we got 2 Dawns in the house.
Yeah,
We are crocheting tonight,
with the map thing. We're so used to seeing flat maps that we don't really realize that the Earth is round.
Mm-hmm. And then Brandy's saying, "Is it Maine?" See, I'm thinking depending upon where it's located, y'all. Like I need to look. Okay, so Sandra said Brandy is correct, so it is Maine. Because see, I'm trying to think where. Because like if it's up in here, then it's gonna be Maine. If it's up in here, it's gonna be Alaska. If it's way down here, it could be. Y'all can't see my finger. If it's way down here, it just could be Hawaii. But it just I really, really, when I say I suck at geography, I suck at geography. Like I don't know where anything's at. I've been to a lot of places. I just couldn't tell you how to get there. I can tell you, you go down here, you drive for about 25 minutes, then you're going to see a McDonald's and you're going to hook a right. And Susan says, Dawn, are you still here? Dawn Yarndall was going to go. She was here a minute ago. She might still be here lurking. And there's Carrie saying hi to Aunt Sarah. That is my mom, my cousin.
It's a family affair.
It is. And my friend Dawn popping in.
That's awesome.
So, Dawn, are you in D.C. tonight or are you in the Carolinas? Michi saying good night. I'm about to pass out. Good night, Michi.
Good night.
Michi's going to bed. And Michi, I hope those storms aren't hitting you either. I hope you're good where you're at. Good night, good night, good night.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Oh, y'all check it. I'm almost at the end of my chain.
Yay.
So Dawn says she is up the road, back home in a week. She's up in the D.C., Maryland area.
Isn't that amazing what computers do nowadays?
I know, it's so cool. So Dawn, we have a picture of ourselves when we were we went to the beach, and I'm taking a picture of her taking a picture of me.
That's fun.
Yep. So I still have that picture somewhere. It's in a photo album. Kids, a photo album is what you used to put your pictures in. You would have to print them and you would have to send them off and get them developed and wait to see if they came out. Yeah. None of this. I was gonna say none of this instant stuff, but you could. We had what was called a Polaroid, and it would spit the picture out, and then you would wait and you'd fan it to try to make it process faster. We had some fun times. We would take a road trip to Myrtle Beach, stay at the Continental Motor Inn, because those guys knew us and they would give us a great rate. It was a little family that ran it. And then Carrie says the other Mama Henson, aka Nana, which is my Aunt Judy, doesn't know how to use YouTube. I bet she knows more than you think she does, Carrie. She may not know how to log in to get her own account and like comment and stuff, but I bet she knows how to watch YouTube videos. And my mom says she is saying good night too. Has to be up early for the great grandbabies. Yes.
Good night, Mama Henson.
She watches my grandbabies. Her and my dad watch Asher and Ellie every day while my kiddo works. So him and his wife work. Dawn said, awesome memories. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, Dawn, what kind of crafty stuff do you do, Dawn Fowler? She and I used to model together. That's how we initially met. We worked for the same modeling agency.
I didn't
One
know
of our trips to the beach was for a photo shoot. And that was loads of fun.
So right here I have 3. So I'll do 2 into that where I did the first 2.
Okay, so yeah, so you're going to skip those last 3 and back into that first stitch, work 2 double crochet, and then I would do a half double to join because that's going to give you a little more space than you're going to really need, but it'll put you in the middle of that stitch. And then that way you can just go back into that stitch and start like I would.
You said do a half double?
Mm-hmm. A half double to join to the first chain 3.
Okay.
Or you did a chain 2 to chain 2 then.
Yeah.
Which is really not going to make a big difference. Okay, so now you're in the middle. Where's your chain 3? Okay, there it is. So now slip stitch into that space between the 2 doubles. Nope, the chain 3 and your last double. Right underneath your stitch.
Slip stitch in here?
Yep.
Okay.
And then, since that was a little hard to find, I would do a chain 3 for the next one.
Okay.
And then go back into that same stitch or that same space and work a double. And now you're ready to jump over to your chain 1 space and work your iris stitch.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. Carrie says, you were a model. Girl, you did not know that?
I didn't know that.
I'll have to show y'all pictures sometime. Yes, I was. Yep. I didn't make like a super ton of money or nothing, but I worked for the Apparel Mart for a little while in Atlanta. I was a shoe model. Dawn says, ballroom dance. Yes. And Carrie says, what stitch am I using for I'm going to use the iris stitch once I finish up with all these single crochets. I'm getting ready to show y'all the iris stitch. Here we are, an hour and 45 minutes in, and I'm finally getting to the iris stitch. Dawn said, she was amazing. Aw, thanks, girl. Darla said, are you using a variegated yarn, Nancy? She is. It's a self-striping yarn she is using.
This one here, it's the Karen Skinny Cakes and Rainbow. It's the same one I used for the wrap, which it looks like this.
And Dawn's like that too.
So I finished my wrap. This is what Pam's about to start, a wrap like this.
And Dawn says, yes, Atlanta. Yes, the Atlanta Apparel Mart was so fun. It's pretty cool to see, like, so what the Apparel Mart does, what I did as a shoe model, you show the shoes before they're actually put out. So, like somebody designs a pair of shoes and it goes to the Apparel Mart, and then buyers show up, like, say, Nike or whoever. They show up and decide what shoes they want, or they'll, depending upon which shoe show it's at, or you'll work for a company, say like Nike, and they've got a new shoe coming out, and then all the stores like Macy's and Bloomingdale's and I guess Walmart, whoever wants to show up, and then they decide which shoes they want to purchase for their stores.
Hey, Joseph.
Hey, Joseph, welcome in. All right, y'all, I'm finally at the end of my thing. Woohoo! And I am not even going to recount and make sure. No. Carrie said that looks like those doily things. It does kind of, but I'm going to show you. Yeah, because she's working in the round. All right, so I'm at the end. So I'm going to chain one and turn. Alrighty, y'all. In this first stitch, dun, da, da, we are going to do a stacked double. So work a single crochet. Go into the little side legs. Dun, dun, dun. Got it too tight.
That's one stitch I had trouble getting those little legs, but I was an expert.
And then work another single. For the first one, you skip 2, unless you're working in the round like Nancy was. And then you do your 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet.
Sandra goes, okay, not a geography question. What's the longest word you can make using only the letters on the top row of the keyboard? Guys, it's almost 11 o'clock here. You expecting me to use my brain?
Using only the letters on the top?
That's what she said.
Pouty. P-O-I. I think it starts with a Q though. I think I remember this from some like trivia thing. I want to say it starts with a Q. I don't know. Yep. Okay, so
I see quotient, but the end's on the last row. Everything else is on the top row for quotient, but the end is on the wrong row.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll come back to that. So then we're going to skip 3 into the 4th, work your iris, which is 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, double, single, or double, chain 1, 2 double. But yeah, that's it, y'all. That's how you do it.
This is how it looks like going back and forth.
Yeah, let me switch so you can see. So that's what it looks like, Carrie. But what's really cool about it, and I know I said I was going to do this, but if I did that in green, this would look like, it's supposed to look like an iris flower. But if I did that in green, it would look like a little leaf bundle. And then if I put a little puff stitch here in the middle, then in like a multicolor or a bright color, it would look like a flower.
Like right here.
Yeah.
With the purple on top.
Mm-hmm. Perfect, Darcia. That's it. But I was thinking it really starts with a QU. I really think it was something QWERTY or something along those lines. But QUIP, EQUIP, equipped, equipter, EQUIPTER, equiptery, EQUIPT. You can get equipped out of there. Are you going to give us the answer? Oh, let me get that off of there. Hold up. What is Rocker is still up there?
My question is, why is everybody trying to get me to use my brain after almost 11 o'clock?
Regina said QWERTY is what the keyboard is called. Well, maybe that's why that's popping in my mind. But equipter uses only the letters on the top. So Miss Dawn says, what are y'all making? This is amazing. I am making a wrap, a crochet wrap. And Nancy is making a beanie. And Carrie says, do any of you people know about Tally Hall? Also, the answer is queer. No, it isn't, because equipped is longer, right? QUEER. EQUIPT is 6. Equipter is 8. I want to know the answer, if there is one. That is what I'm making. I'm going to flip my camera back around because I didn't even gauge it to see how long it is. So we're going to find out. And Dawn, looky, I'm using orange eventually. Okay. Flip my camera right back. Alrighty, y'all. So,
Sandra said it's a 10-letter word. Just give us the answer, Sandra.
Alrighty. So here we go, y'all. I may have made it way too long, but it's okay. It is very long. That's how long it's going to be. But it's going to be a big wrap, y'all.
Karen said it's too late for brain games.
Right?
I agree, Karen.
I realized I didn't even have myself over here, y'all. Okay. It's a 10-letter word. Okay, I was all tiny little bitty. Okay, so I probably made it a little long. So I probably could have went with my initial thought, which just to add 20. Or I probably could have stopped it where I had it. But that's how much it's going to hang over my wingspan, which is pretty good. Because then I can wrap it this way if I want to.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I've got several of these so I can make it as wide. Carrie said it's never too late to expand your mind. Right?
How many yards is that skein? I can more or less tell you based on the
It
one I
doesn't tell
just
me
viewed.
yardage. It tells me meters. It's 360 meters.
360 meters. Okay, this one was 727.
So this is roughly this one over here laying beside me is 347 meters and it's 380 yards. So I'm going to say this is probably close to 400, not quite 400 yards ish.
So it'll be two. One of my cakes is two of your cakes, more or less, because this is over 700.
Oh. And this is supposedly a 2, but it's really more like a 3 or 4.
Yeah, this
Darla
one's.
said, I just had a thought. Once I master granny squares, should I make a scarf using granny squares? I think that would be cute. Yeah, sure. That would be cute. Regina said, depends on how old your mind is. All right, y'all. So here's my blankie for those that were coming in and missed it earlier. Here's my stitch along blanket. Okay, so January we had moss stitch. February we had the sedge stitch, which is amazing. I love this stitch. Okay. Then we had March, which was half double. Last month we did the shell stitch for April. And then right here we've got the iris stitch. Susan says, sorry, my phone won't let me email. I wonder why. That's so weird. I don't know why. But yeah, so that's what I've got so far with my blanket for the stitch of the month. Carrie says, equipper.
Earl said in response to Susan, did you ask nicely?
Please, Mr. Phone. Now, my phone, like if I don't have it tapped into the Wi-Fi because my signal here is so bad, it's hard for it to send stuff.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Dawn says, when the heck did you start doing this? This is amazing. I started crocheting when I was 8. I did take a long time off. I didn't do it a whole lot during high school. But yeah, I've been crocheting a really long time. But I did not start back like really crocheting a lot of stuff until my kids were older. I made them blankets and stuff when they were little. But then I got back into it the older I got. Yuppers, I did. And you should go check out some of the stuff on my channel, Miss Dawn. I got some singing on there. I do. And Carrie, why didn't you mean to send it? Carrie says, I know 2 languages. Really? I know English and Southern. That's almost 2 different languages. And I know very little Spanish. I used to know a lot of Spanish. Now I know very little. It's like use it or lose it, and I lost it. Susan says she even tried to email Dawn and have her send it, but it wouldn't do that either. Well, I don't know. Because your other ones came through. Did you send me the other pictures from your phone?
It could be because sometimes when I do Google, my Gmail, it tells me the file's too big that they have to do the Google Docs. So it could be that the file's too big to send.
Could be. Brandy says, "Yep, I'm not good at English, but I know Southern. I do too." And y'all, I think okay, Apple, if you are listening to me, you need a Southern Siri, because I tried to send a voice to Siri today, a voice text on my car, and she got it all kinds of messed up. Like, all I said was, "Oh yeah," and I was telling my friend about a raffle that our local gas station was having.
Mm-hmm.
And I said they are raffling off a big grill. Now, I just said it in my southernness. I said they're raffling off a big grill. And when Siri read it back to me, she told my friend that they were raffling off a big girl. I was like, "Siri, no ma'am. No ma'am. Not a big girl."
Oh, you just said her name and mine came on.
Well, I sent it anyway because it was to my friend. She got something wrong one night. So wrong. I'm driving down the road laughing so hard I'm crying. And I just keep sending the messages because it was so funny what she was hearing versus what I was really trying to say. Regina says Siri does not speak Southern. She does not. But now if I speak Southern with a British accent, she gets it right every time. And when I say a fake, I mean, I have a terrible British accent, but Siri can understand my Southern drawl with a fake British accent, but cannot
Okay.
understand talking normal.
Hi, Sanja.
Welcome in, Miss Sanja. Like, I had a friend of mine, I'd say, "Hey Siri, call," and then I would say the name, and she would pick somebody random. Like, okay, I'm gonna use people that are in the live. Be like, I would say, like, call Sarah Henson, and it would be like, "Calling Carrie Scruggs," and I'm like, "No, that's not what I said. I didn't say that." I'm like, "No, stop." And of course, by then she's already calling. You got to grab your phone, click the button, tell it to shush, hang it up. But she always picks somebody, not using Carrie as saying that I don't want to talk to her, but usually it's somebody in my phone that I really don't want to be calling. Sandra said typewriter.
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 Oh gosh,
Yep.
it is.
Yes.
I would never have gone there.
Typewriter E. Is that a word? And Regina said her Siri recognizes Granny D every time, all these years, and he listens to Granny D. Carrie said her Siri does that to her too sometimes. It's ridiculous. Chris K says she doesn't speak stroke either. Oh. And Sandra said, "Nancy, those colors are so sunshiny." I know, aren't they? We were picking on her last week, telling her that she should have picked a brighter color. Those were all dull and muted.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay, y'all, I got my stuff all twisted up here.
These are so neutral.
What the heck, man? What have I done? Hold up. We got to fix this. I got a tangled mess. What have I done? Okay.
It is going to be a loose hat and everything, but since it's like for the springtime, I think the looseness is good. Because I'm gonna put it together with the wrap.
All right. I'm untangled. Darla said her Siri speaks with an Australian accent. Oh, now I did put him in there the other day.
My sister has that one.
To see if he could just to listen to all of them. I can change his accent. Dawn says, "Do y'all do beginner videos?" Yes, ma'am. I have got some beginner tutorials.
She does.
I can teach you. Oh, and I can send you the link and you can come up on panel. We could teach you to crochet, girl.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get you going, get you a hook and some yarn. We'll get you hooking. We're the happy hookers around here, my friend. And we can say that and mean it.
Carrie says mine's an Indian lady.
I listened to all the different accents the other day on mine because I guess I just never paid attention that you could change the accents. So right now, my friend's hers is a British dude.
Mine's just a regular regular dude.
Regina says she has the male Aussie Siri that she uses. Y'all know I love an accent, so I'm just saying, maybe I should change it. Dawn said, please do. I tried a blanket and it looked like a hot mess. I chunked it. Well, girl, we got you. Get your yarn and your hook, and we will show you. Show. But I do have some beginner tutorials. I do have a playlist of crochet tutorials from the very basics, how to chain, how to do a single crochet.
Let me go grab it for her.
I start out with a slip knot, then I do a chain, then a single crochet. I just do it all. That's how I started my channel, was with those. As far as tutorials go. Darla said her Aussie Siri is male and I love listening to him talk.
Crochet stitch tutorials.
Yes, ma'am.
Bringing it over.
And I just saw that I had a text. It was my friend that's lurking in the background telling me that the answer is Maine. She said that a long time ago when the question was what state's closest to Africa.
That's what happened with Kimberly the other day when she did her tri-bond question.
Uh-huh.
Her mom sent her a message. There's Miss Pam's crochet stitch tutorials.
Thank you. And Chris K was saying hey to Earl.
Yeah, he's been here while he's watching TV.
And Karen is saying to Dawn Fowler, join us, Dawn. You'll have lots of fun. You for reals will.
I'm on my third row.
And Carrie is liking the beanie.
It's gonna be a little an airy beanie.
But that's okay. It'd be good for the. I mean, you could do it like a little, what is it called? Not a flapper hat. What's the, what is it, like it's not a cloche. What's it called?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the word.
Or you could do it down, and then you could put a brim on it, make it like a sun hat. Well, you probably don't have enough. Unless you got more.
More what?
Yarn.
I think I'll have enough because remember I have the ball too that I had to color control.
Oh, right. So you could make a big old sun hat. Your choice. You're making it. It's yours. I'm just here. Carrie says I can't wear beanies. Too much hair. She got a lot of hair, y'all. I made her a ponytail beanie. I don't even know if her hair would fit through that beanie. Through the hole. And Regina had to go take her dogs out. They were revolting. It's potty time. Potty time. Darla said an Australian accent is her kryptonite. Mm-hmm. I know. Those accents, they get me every time. But I'm like, with my track record and men, if I found me a little hottie with a little British accent, he would turn out to be freaking Jack the Ripper or something.
My name is Bob.
Earl.
You heard him?
He said that would be funny. That's what it sounded like anyway. Susan says, Pam, what colors are you going to use?
He said my name is Bond, James Bond.
Oh, okay.
English accent.
James Bond would be fine. Jack the Ripper, not so much.
If you think about it, Americans are British because we led that country.
So Susan, was that your question? What colors am I using for my wrap? Or if so, we voted earlier and they picked the orange.
Yeah, Pamela was so upset with that one.
I know, right? Regina says, I hear you, Pammy. I'm afraid of a crazy man. I'm crazy enough on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Bucket hat. Ooh, maybe that's the one I was thinking of. You could do a bucket hat.
We'll see.
Then you wouldn't have to do a wide brim. You could just do a whole big long. You wouldn't have to do a big huge brim like a sun hat. You could just do a little brim for a bucket hat. And Dawn says that color is life. It is that bright, beautiful, sunshiny rainbow. Loving it.
I'm about to start going into
into
green.
Yeah.
It's weird because on my wrap, most of the changes were like 1 or 2 rows. See?
Oh,
like,
yeah, because it was so long.
Rows,
yeah.
Because it was so long, and it's like, when is it going to change? But it's the green is starting now.
Yeah, so for those that are just joining us tonight, what I'm doing on my Thursday night lives is I'm doing a year-long stitch-along, and each month we work on a new stitch. We started off in January with the moss stitch, which is a combination of single crochet and chain ones. Then we went into February, which was the sedge stitch, which is a combination of single, half double, and double crochet, which looks really difficult, but was actually quite easy.
Mm-hmm. My favorite so far.
And then we went into March with the half double and learned the half double crochet. And I'm making a blanket. And for each month, I'm just using an entire cake of yarn. Not this cake, but a similar. Just this is a cake. An entire cake of yarn. And when I run out of yarn, then I'm done with that section. And that's so that's what we're doing on Thursday nights. Now next Thursday, since it is the 5th Thursday, instead of continuing with the iris, we're going to have a open free-for-all, and we can work on any of the stitches. So anybody that wants to join me on panel next week, we can work on any of the stitches from January through May. So if you have any questions,
right.
let's see.
And
Miss Mary says
we're in the 6th. We're in the 5th month. But of all the 5 months that we've done so far, I only knew the half double.
But now look at you. But you knew how to single, double, half double. You knew the stitches, but the combination of the stitches to create new stitches.
Yes, that I didn't know.
Let's see. Carrie says, I like one of my friend's southern accent. It's like really thick for no reason. His parents don't have accents, but he does. It's weird. Uh-huh. Dawn says, y'all always stay up this late? I gotta go nighty-night. So happy to connect with you, Pambo. I'll subscribe and get live notifications. I'd love to make something for Daddy. Oh, that would be awesome, Dawn. I am off on Friday, so on Thursday night, I do my live on Thursday night. I start at 8 Central, so 9 for you. And then we just go live, usually for 2 hours, but we've been chit-chatting tonight, so we're going a little over. When I first started, I'd go 4 or 5 hours sometimes. Yes. But we do a live on Saturdays, 2 Saturday nights a month, and they start earlier. I start those at 6 or 7. I have a group collab live called the Crafty Ladies, and we go live. We rotate channels, and we go live at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Pacific on the first Saturday of every month. And
7 Eastern.
Did I say what I say? 7 Eastern. Oh my gosh. That other place, the other ocean. And then on, and that's with Dawn Yarn Doll. There she is. She said, I'm here stuffing my face. So me and then Miss Nancy, we are the crafty ladies. And so we are the first Saturday of every month. And then on the second Saturday of the month, I do something non-yarny related on my once a month live on Saturdays. And that starts at 6. It's still crafty, but it's not usually yarn. Sometimes it's yarn adjacent.
It's a fiber.
Yes. So I'm so glad you came tonight, Miss Dawn Fowler. That's my Dawnsy. So yeah. So you go get you some sleepies because I know you probably got to work in the morning. But yes, I'm off on Fridays usually, so
Hold on a second.
I can stay up later. I can stay up past my bedtime.
You know what? I've been talking and I can't believe that I'm already on my third row. I'm like, this doesn't match up, and it's the end of the row. That's why. It's like, why is there a stitch missing? No, it's not missing. It's right there.
Because you're just cruising right along.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, it goes into this one here.
And Miss Dawn Yarndoll says that she's on his phone, so it's not easy to tag. See, and when I'm on my phone, yeah, it's not easy to tag. But like, it's easier for me to drop links on my phone because that's what I normally am on than it is on my computer. I have to like think about it when I'm on. Now, what am I doing? I don't know if y'all can see, but this is turned. Not really. It's in this now. I'm in a pale orange.
Yeah, mine's turning to green now.
It's not really.
It looks like citrus now. Look.
Oh, it does. Missy Carey said her mama had to move her yarn for her school books. Man, she must really love you to move the yarn for education. Carrie said, also, you should make more videos with me. Well, hey, summer is coming up. So we may have to do another Southerners Try video. We haven't done one of those in a while. I do have other stuff on my channel besides just yarn.
Okay, this one, I did something wrong here, but I'm going to have to fudge it.
Okie dokie. Dawn says, great night, y'all. Good night.
Good night. Nice meeting you.
And then, so when you go back around, you just do 2 more and then half double. Is that what you've been doing?
Yeah, but for some reason, there's an extra stitch in here somewhere. Because here's a 2, the chain 3 and the double. Right?
Yep.
But then when you come here, there's 1, 2, 3, it's 4.
No, there's not. You go right there. Right there. And, okay. Right here? Yep. Do your other 2 right there.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. Yep. It's just going to end you weird because, yellow to green, but that's okay. And then join to your chain.
Okay.
Yep.
It just looked weird. There we go. 2 and 2. Okay. Got it.
Oh. So chain 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet is your iris stitch, y'all. Dawn was trying to say goodnight to the other Dawn, and it came out not. Oh, that kind of sounds German. It's not spelled right, but not. Good not. Miss Mishy's already left us, but yeah. I have to get me a drink. Y'all, it's getting warm in here. But now back to Miss Carey. Yes, we need to do another Southerners Try video. I've got some foods. I did buy some.
I'm going to dehydrate. Be right back.
Okay. I did buy some freeze-dried Skittles that I have not I can't believe I haven't eaten them yet. They're still here. They're still in my home. I haven't tried them yet. And Regina says, I'm always on my phone and it's hard to tag people. It is hard to tag people on the phone. Tay Hook says, what are you making? I am making a wrap. And I meant to have all the single crochets done before I got started, but okay. So for those that missed it, let me show y'all. We were talking about how not all yarn weights are created equal, and let me show you what I'm talking about. This says it is a 2 weight. It is not. It is more like a 3. This also says it is a 2 weight. It is not. This is probably, both of these say they are 2 weights. I would say this is a 3 and this is more like a 1. And then you got Mr. Red Heart Roll with a Sparkle over here that claims to be a 4 weight. Now, I don't know if y'all can see those, but this and this look very much the same size. While one yarn company classifies it as a 2 and one is classifying it as a 4. I think it's more of a 3, to be quite honest. But, so I'm calling this a 3. So I wanted to show that before we got started so that you could work out your own width for your wrap if you wanted to make one. So what I did is I chained my wingspan and then I added some extra chains. I probably didn't have to make it quite this long, but I wanted it to be a nice long wrap. And then I'm using a K hook, which normally for a 3, you would use what, like an I or lower, maybe an H or an I. So I'm using a K because I want it to be really flowy, but I don't want it to be so loosey-goosey that it would have to be blocked because I'm not about blocking. I mean, I will block some things, but if it's going to be a shawl or a wrap, I don't want to have to block it every time it gets washed. Or if I'm going to gift it to somebody, I don't want them to have to learn how to block. So, so I wanted it to be flowy and comfy, and yeah. So, and Joseph says, yeah, I don't look at what the companies say. I look at the length to weight ratio and know what exactly. Yeah. So, like, if you have some yarn in your stash and you're wanting to make a wrap or anything, you know, use it. Pick the hook that gives you the drape that you're wanting. If the yarn says use an I hook and you crochet tight, you know, go up to a K. If you crochet super duper loose, go down a hook size. Regina's frogging, so I am uncrocheting right now. Hey, it happens. It happens. But yeah. So after I get this row done, I'm probably going to play around with this just a little bit and see, because I very well might have to shorten it. But can y'all tell that those are light? I'm going to call them light peach. I know it's light orange.
Not yet.
I can tell it with my eye, but I don't think the camera's picking it up. Carrie says, I like to frog. Yeah, so your mama gives you her projects and lets you frog them for her? Do you ball up the yarn for her as you're frogging? All right, y'all, I got to show you these pictures to clarify. While Brandy does love Carrie, she does. She loves her with all her heart because that's her baby girl. She moved the school books closer to the desk and moved the yarn closer to herself. So she moved the school books there, closer to the desk, and moved the yarn there, which is closer to her.
Okay.
You just made it more efficient. Carrie says, I'm She's an unyarny. Oh my goodness. We're going to bring you over to the yarny fiber side. One day it's going to smack you in the face. You're going to be walking in the store and be at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, whatever. And you're going to look up and suddenly you're going to realize you're standing on the yarn aisle and you're touching yarn and you're looking at it and you're going to be like, no, it's happening. I'm a yarny.
Sandra says, my head is hurting from my neck issues. I'm going to bed. Sweet dreams, all.
Good night, Sanja. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us for a little while. Hope you have a great night. Get to feeling better. Chris K asking Joseph, do you have a new Etsy pattern? And Joseph said the last one he put up was a summer hat like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Since then, no. Working on a few simultaneously right now. Awesome. Yeah, I haven't written up any of my patterns to put on Etsy. I really need to. On Etsy or Ravelry, either one. I have not. I need to. I do have some tutorials out, but I have not actually written the pattern up for other people to recreate. And I know some people prefer a pattern over a video, so I really do need to do that. I just have not.
I'm a pattern over video person.
And I used to be, but now I can just watch a little bit of the video, or I don't know.
If I have to, I'll follow a video, but I'd rather have it written down in front of me because I like to take notes. Because sometimes if it doesn't make sense to me, I write little notes to remind me how to do something. Or if it's too long, I'll write myself, okay, take out 3 rows or something like that.
You are so right, Miss Chris. She said, that's not Joseph. You're right. You're so very right. Sorry. He was here earlier. My bad. You are so right. I'm sorry, J Hook. My bad. For calling you Joseph.
That's a Moonlit, right? That's Joseph.
Yes.
J Took. J Took.
J Took, yeah. Yeah.
Not
yeah,
J
yeah.
Hook.
J Took had J Hook. Yes, that's what my brain read. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention.
That's what messed me up too.
Carrie says, I am a connoisseur of music and a writer of books rather than a user of yarn. That's okay. Hey, those are also both crafty.
Mm-hmm.
Those are both crafty endeavors. Absolutely. Singing is a craft, or music is a craft, I think. I consider it a craft. On my channel, music is crafting.
J Hook says, I'm Reggie. For those that don't know me, Joseph is okay too.
I knew that, Reggie. I don't know what I know what I was thinking. I was thinking Joseph was here earlier with J Took, and that's just what my brain went to.
Yeah.
So, Reggie, how are you? Yes. So now it makes sense as to why you say good morning, because it is totally morning for you. Oh, and I see Regina said that too. It is morning for you.
Okay. I was wondering when I saw that, I was like, okay, isn't he in the U.S.?
Yes, and I'm like, you were here earlier. Why are you saying I am
sorry.
My brain. You're just waking up, and I'm like needing sleep apparently.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Regina. She said Pammy had a long day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So where is Reggie?
A totally another country. Let me think for a second, because she moved. It's probably been, oh my gosh, it's probably been like over a year probably since you moved, though, right? It's been a long time.
Oh, there it is.
All right, let me scrolly back up a little bit. So,
think I may have done something. Let's see.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Jerry said, people call me Dawn, so I understand.
Okay,
It's
that's 4.
okay.
Oh, there it is. I was wondering. I'm back at the green, but it's the green from the previous row. Here's the beginning of this row. Oh, this is
You
this is
got it. You got it.
it's messing with my head. The changing of the colors.
Jerry said he sold the guitars and bought the yarn. Did you at least keep one guitar, Jerry? Because you can do both. You can play the guitar and play with the yarn. Carrie said she listens to music from the 90s and 2000s. You need to kick it on back a little bit. I love now don't get me wrong, I do like the 90s music and 2000s, but you got to toss a little 80s in there too, maybe a little bit of 70s.
Yes.
Noe. What?
What happened?
She says apparently in the United Arab they are zip lining camels down a hill and the camels are wearing helmets. Noah, you have got the most random stuff tonight. That is. I would kind of want to see that though. Here she is. Okay, she is in Israel and her day just started. Okay, I was gonna say Israel and then I'm like, I'm gonna wait a minute because I don't. My brain is just not functioning properly. And Dawn said, "That's a funny image, Noe." Zach's raiding the fridge and the cupboards. He hasn't eaten dinner yet. And you know what, Zach? I had a peanut butter and jelly. Your favorite of all time, peanut butter.
I've been craving a grilled cheese sandwich all week.
Ooh.
I don't know why. A nice old fashioned grilled cheese sandwich, just a couple of slices of cheese inside was grilled on the stove top.
With some butter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've been craving that.
Oh, I
But
just realized, y'all. Why didn't y'all yell at me? I didn't even bring us back in where you could see what we're doing. Let's see. Zach said it's 11:30 and he's gonna eat some dinner. And Regina says to Miss Reggie, I pray for you every day. Jerry said, nope, I sold 7 of them and sent the last 3 to Shay's husband, and in the end, I just had way too many. I understand. I have way too much of a lot of stuff. And I need to do that as well. But
if anybody saw my members only live of my craft room, you know what I have.
I have a lot. I didn't bring it in here. I bought a sign the other day and it says, yes, I do need all this yarn.
Oh, it's starting with the blue now.
Oh, pretty. That's a pretty blue too. Dawn's saying it's 8:30 p.m. and she's having breakfast. I love having breakfast for supper.
That's what we had. We had hot pocket breakfast.
I was gonna have bacon and eggs last night, but I didn't. But I thought about it. Bacon and eggs and a biscuit. Mm-hmm. Reggie's thanking Miss Regina. Jerry said, yep, they did eggs and bacon. See? Eggs and bacon.
I could have eggs and bacon all day.
Mm-hmm. Me too. And Regina says, I want to see a camel in a helmet. Carrot said, made strawberries and yogurt on top. Ooh, yum. Miss Reggie says, okay, got to get the kids ready. Nice seeing you all. Have a good day. You have a great day, Miss Reggie. And thank you for popping in. And I will hopefully and promise to not call you Joseph next time. I will do better at reading.
Yes.
And then Darcy is saying, grilled cheese yummy. And Dawn's saying that's sweet of Regina. And that she's been praying for Reggie and her family too. And Dawn says, I'm sending a protective prayer to all my Yarny family. Yes. Zach said, I may just eat some chicken and peanut butter and crackers. Hey, whatever works. Whatever fills your belly before you need to go to sleep. Alrighty, so here we go. So Carrie said, okay, so you do listen to a lot of variety. Okay, so you got ABBA, which covers your 70s. Mm-hmm. Nirvana, 80s and 90s. Yep. Tally Hall, 2000s. Some Weezer. Oh, girl, yes, ma'am. 80s and 90s. If you want to destroy my sweater, whoa, whoa, whoa.
What?
The string as I walk away, as I walk away. Jack Stauber, 2010s to 2020s. Everybody's telling Reggie goodbye and have a great day. Dawn saying, Jerry, don't forget the cheese. I know, right? Carrie said, I had muffins for dinner. Muffins.
I like blueberry muffins.
Toast. Yum, yum,
Blueberry
yum.
muffins are my favorite.
Let's see. Jerry said, yep, cook up some thick cut bacon. Use the grease to cook the eggs. Top with cheddar and provolone. Yummy. And Regina said, I can make some scrambled eggs with Mexican cheese. Yummy. Yeah. Scrambled eggs, cheese, a little bit of milk. Yeah, buddy. Dawn said, I wasn't reading either, LOL. Ads, yeah, they come every 30 minutes. They should already be over by the time I see that comment over here.
Yes.
And Dawn said, sweater is an awesome anthem for us Yorny people, right? And then there's, ooh, ooh, I was just a Buddy Holly. Oh, oh, and you're Mary Tyler Moore. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care about that. Oh, okay. So Carrie, go find you some cranberries. Add that to your
Oh, I like cranberries too.
Cranberries are the bomb diggity. Yes, you do. You need to listen to some cranberries.
Mm-hmm.
The one that has I don't know the name of the album. Hold on. But I can tell you some songs. I don't even know why I'm telling you the album. You're just gonna go look it up on YouTube. So it does not even matter what album it's on. Or Spotify, because you can listen, or Pandora, or whatever, because you can listen to whatever song you want to listen to.
Oh, you guys got Pam talking music now.
Mm-hmm. You need to go look up some cranberries, and if you Google cranberries, it's gonna bring up their popular stuff. But yes,
I haven't heard, I might have to listen to that tomorrow.
love me some cranberries.
It's been a while.
There, zombie, yes. I'm trying to think. Dreams. We gotta get the name of the song. Give me a second. Hold on, I gotta belt it out. I'm gonna mute myself for a second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Dreams. All my dreams is never quite as it seems. Cause you're a dream to me. And Darcy is back out of the ads. Karen said, have it, love it. Jerry's got a 90s playlist. I load my channel. Loaded on his channel. Hidden though, but I go down that road every once in a while. Carrie says she's got a family playlist, which is slightly all over the place. I listen to all kinds of music. All kinds. I mean, like, if y'all get in my car, okay, so I've got Sirius Radio right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got one playlist is one channel that I've got programmed is Disney. So it's playing all kinds of Disney songs from Disney movies. I've got soundtracks, I've got show tunes, I've got classical, I've got country, I've got 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s. They're all separate channels. And then I've got like the Carrie Underwood channel, which plays all music that she likes to listen to. Kelly Clarkson channel, same thing. John Mayer channel, same thing. So it's a little bit of everything. Yeah. Regina said, I spent the whole night rating someone else's playlist because I'm awful about knowing who sings what. And I don't always know who sings what, but I try to remember.
I don't. I'm not even going to try.
I try because I need it for trivia night when he plays Name That Tune and we have to pick who sings it. But I don't. I do forget it. Dawn says, love that album. I still have a few Cranberry CDs. Girl, me too. Jerry's rewatching Wednesdays and they broke out the snoods. Yes. Carrie said, yep, it goes from Tally Hall, which is hers, to Simon and Garfunkel, which is Nana. Ooh, I like me some Simon and Garfunkel too. To Slugs and Bugs, which is Hayden. Okay, so give me a song that Tally Hall sings because that's not ringing a bell to me. So you're going to have to give me a song name to see if, yeah.
I do not know who that is.
And Jerry says, I can go deep 90s, Toadie's Possum Kingdom. You have to give me the song too. Unless that is the song, in which case, give me the band. Dawn says, but you don't know Still My Sunshine by Lynn, another awesome album. Oh, wait a minute. That is like bringing up a memory. Hold up. But I don't think it's the right song. Toadie's the Wet Sprocket. Toad. I think that's Toad the Wet Sprocket. Virginia said, I was stuck in Nirvana and Pearl Jam in the 90s. Welcome to Tally Hall by Tally Hall. That's the name of the song. Welcome to Tally Hall.
That doesn't help you.
Yes, that does not help me at all.
Or me.
A teeny weeny bit. Okay. So Jerry go deep into the 90s. How about going, I'm going to say this was probably 80s because I think this was high school. It could be college or maybe like a crossover of both. Okay, so that could be like early 90s. It could be late 80s, early 90s. How about some Technotronic? Anybody but me listen to Technotronic? Love Technotronic. I used to listen to it, especially like even now. Still, sometimes I'll pop it in, or well, I won't pop it in. I'll try to listen to some, or I used to have it on my phone. Bring it up on Bluetooth. Pump up the jam.
Oh yeah.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Why y'all feet are so big and the jam is pumping? Look ahead, the Prada jumping. Cause you can't be mad like when you're driving down the road. You get you going, you know. Ow, a place
to dance.
Get your booty on the floor tonight. My day. I mean, it just gets you going.
Yes.
Brandy said, I did.
The shot of endorphins.
A little salt and pepper. Dawn said it is Toad the Wet Sprocket. Or how about Scatman? I'm the Scatman. Okay, so when techno was like and scat was like really really popular is when we lived in Germany. So there were a lot of those type of bands, and I don't remember. The only one I remember listening to over there was Scatman. Carrie, it's an indie band from the 2000s, started in Ann Arbor by 5 guys. They make music anyway from Weezer. Like, okay, I got you. I like that. So like alternative-esque. Like kind of alt music a little bit. But they make stuff that's something Weezer like to just weird. I got you. That's with a lot of bands though. Like Mumford and Sons. Have y'all ever listened to them? They're not like, this is like more current. Mumford and Sons, they have some good stuff. And Carrie said that group only has 2 albums. Okie doke. Zach said, so chicken and peanut butter on crackers is good. So is it like canned chicken or is it like chicken from your fridge? Like mama made chicken and you're having leftover chicken with peanut butter on crackers? Dawn's asking where chicken came from. I'm just elaborating. Look, y'all, I'm almost done with row 2. Hee hee hee. Can't see it. There it is. Oh, okay. So it is chicken that his mama made for dinner tonight. And you're putting it with peanut butter on a cracker.
Okay.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I don't know about all that, but if you like it, then it's all good.
Yes.
It is all good. I'll say, wow, Pam and Nancy crocheted so much, and I just ate food. I'm a slow eater. No, you're just chillaxing, eating your grub. It's all good.
They said eating fast is not good for you.
Zach said, I'm a weird person. I can't help it. He is a peanut butter guy. He loves his peanut butter. And the thing is, I'm a weird gal because I like to take my peanut butter, my jelly, and mix it together before I put it on the sandwich.
But that's normal because you eat peanut butter and jelly together most of the time.
Which I mean, I'll put peanut butter and then jelly and then put it together. But I prefer to put it all either on a plate or in a bowl, mix it
Yeah,
all up
mix
because
it
you
up.
gotta get the right peanut butter to jelly ratio.
Yes.
It's gotta have the right sweetness anyway. And then yeah.
Yeah, Earl likes to get that peanut butter and jelly that's mixed in a jar together.
Uh-huh.
That's what he likes to get.
See, I've seen that, but I haven't got it because I was always afraid it wouldn't be
There's
like
a
the
color so
perfect.
far.
It wouldn't be the yay. Because I was afraid it wouldn't be like the perfect ratio for me. And I
Well,
know it's not the perfect ratio for my mom because my mom will do a layer of peanut butter and then half a jar of jelly. Like her jelly is like super thick.
and the peanut butter and jelly jar, you can you can mix it up. It's already in there, so you don't have to get a separate dish to mix it.
So herein lies the dilemma, y'all. I only got 4 stitches left.
What are you supposed to have there?
Not 4.
I can't remember.
6. I should have 6. So obvi, I did not count correctly.
Or you did like me, and some of those stitches, iris stitches are really not irises.
Well, that's a possibility, but there's a good chance that instead of skipping 3 somewhere, I skipped 2, or I may have skipped 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm supposed to skip 3. I'm supposed to only skip 1 or 2 here at the end. I could just skip 3. Oh, that looks funky. I don't like it like that. Okay. But I did so good, y'all. I got my little stitchy markers in here and everything.
Good.
We're going to have to look at it, though. Okay. I'll find it. But here's what it's looking like. So we got the tiara. That's where it's all still basically all white. I'm going to hold it down here and see if y'all can tell. Nope, it's really not picking up the color. It's starting to change right here. And it's getting slightly, the shell part or the iris is starting to get a little darker.
Yeah, it's a little darker than your single crochet.
And then right here it's got a little, I can really see it down here. Like you can't really tell it with this camera, or maybe you can. Garcia said you can always rip it. Oh, well, since, it probably will, because that's too much of a gap right there. Or at least I'm going to frog it back. I might frog it back, and I don't know. I'm going to have to see where I goofed at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot, so
It happens.
You may have skipped 2 instead of 3.
Yeah, it happens. So, I mean, I'm gonna look at it and see what I did. I'm gonna. Yeah. Alrighty, let's see here. Zach said something, and Dawn said, slowly cut back. It's okay. Let me scrolly. Oh, there we go. He said he's trying to not drink too much pop, and he's failing at that. And Dawn said, slowly cut back. It's okay. Yes, it is. And what I try to do is I drink a Dr. Pepper, and then I'll fill the can up with water, and then drink the water. Because I'm drinking it off a Dr. Pepper can, so in my mind it's still Dr. Pepper. But it's not. But I do try. I'm trying to get better. Like if I drink, a cup of, try to drink water to the, and I'm like you, Zach. I'm failing miserably, but I'm trying to do better. Carrie says she has a youth group ration to eat: tortilla chips and Chick-fil-A sauce. Ooh, I don't like the Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm not a fan of horseradish.
Oh no,
it's not my fave.
I don't like that.
Zach said he bought a 40-ounce tumbler and he's been drinking water out of it. Yeah, and fill it full of ice and it'll keep it nice and cold.
Yeah, I'll drink more water if it's nice and cold. If it's lukewarm, I don't want to. So if I leave my bottle on my desk, too long that it starts getting room temperature, I stick it back in the fridge.
Yeah, I like, if I'm gonna drink water, I want it to be cold usually.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chris says, and you only need to skip 2 at the end. I know. I needed to skip 2, but the way it is now, I had to skip 3 to end in the end.
If I'm mistaken, when you were rolling back the other way, I saw a couple that you skipped 2 instead of 3.
Well, some of them look like 2, but they're really 3. Just like it's hidden. And it's possible that I skipped 2. There's a possibility. And knowing my luck, it's going to be the very first one. Like, I skipped 2 and then 2 again. It was 3. I probably just counted wrong. Oh, there it is. Give me another stitch marker. All right, here's one. Just got to go back to there. Oh, let me see. Let's scroll back up here. Regina saying same thing. For every soda, drink that much water. And it'll help you cut down in your kidneys. Well, thank you. Then Regina says, never mind, LOL. See, Regina, great minds. We thinking alike, girl. And Darcia likes her water room temperature. Carrie says she gets her yearly water intake at church camp. True. Zach said water has to be ice cold. Regina keeps a jug of water in the fridge. Chris said then skip 1 and do an end double crochet. I don't even have enough to do that, so I'm gonna throw back at least to right here and fix that one. Because this is just row 1, and once I get the first row, then the rest will be easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
But if I didn't count correctly, my stitch count was off, which is highly possible because
it
took me forever to get my chain done to begin with.
We kept interrupting your counting.
3. Okay. So that one down here will give me that. Extra. I can live with that. And then I could even go in this little stitch right here, which isn't really a stitch. It's my chain 1. But I could go there, boop, and put my double. So if I frog it back to there, that'll give me, that'll get my stitch count. No, it won't. I'll figure this out when it's not, almost 11 o'clock at night. And Sandra says, Nancy, try a grilled pimento cheese sandwich. We have a restaurant here that has a grilled pimento cheese.
I don't think I've had pimento cheese since I was a little kid. I don't even remember what that tastes like.
Oh, it tastes delicious if you get it from the right place. Either that or make your own. All right, y'all, I'm going to flip my camera around.
Let me put my hat on and see how it looks so far.
And now I'm going to zoom us back because we are like super close.
Okay. I'm in the dark because Earl went to sleep and I had to turn the lights off.
Okay. So this is how white it is. Regina makes her own pimento cheese. Ooh, yummy. See, I like mayonnaise over Miracle Whip. I used to love Miracle Whip when it first came out, but now I prefer mayonnaise. I don't know if they've changed the recipe or if my taste buds changed. But anyway, so I prefer my pimento cheese to be made with mayonnaise, not salad dressing / Miracle Whip. But it's looking good. I like it. But see, that's the type of hat I was thinking though, is if you could just leave it like that, like come on down as far as you want it, and then like that, and that's a cute little summer hat. And I can't think of what the right name is for that style of hat. But then
I'll probably do probably 3 more rows.
So it's not like a beanie to keep your ears warm and stuff. It's just a cute little beanie that matches your summer wrap.
And it's loose, so it's not as like as.
So it's like just a cute little hat.
It'll have some airflow going in.
And Carrie said, "Love the beanie." Brady says, "Beautiful work, ladies."
I'm hoping that it'll get some of the purple, because there's purple in here too. But it's way inside there. You can't see right now. See the purple? So I don't know.
Regina said it's a skull cap. Oh, it could be a skull cap. I don't think that's the word I was looking for, but that would work though. That is that type of hat.
1152.
Dawn said bucket hat. Yeah, I mean you could come on out and do like the thing to make it, but I don't think a bucket hat. It doesn't stay tight on your head though, does it? I thought the bucket hat flipped out or had the boop, 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 You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Zach says, where are y'all hiding my whiteboard markers? Dawn and Jerry. Dawn said, it's with the camera. She says, pretty Nancy. Yeah, that's going to bug me. And since I'm only on row 1, even though it took me however long we've been on here, almost 3 hours to do this. Yeah, it will have to be fixed before I move on. Carrie said, it's been forever since I've seen your face, Pamela. I know, right? It's been, not counting tonight, gosh, I don't know, days. I just saw her on Tuesday. But yeah, it has. But prior to that, though, it had been, prior to that, it was Monday. No, but prior to this week, it had been a while since we had seen each other. And we just live like 1 county away from each other. So there's no excuse for that. But we are going to get together. We do need another Southerners try. That's what I was saying earlier. I have some freeze-dried Skittles that I still haven't tried. And I think those are going to be really good. We'll have to find something good. It doesn't have to be like a foreign food. We can just do something Southern. And there's a lot of Southern food that this girl will not eat. There's just certain things that, A lot of people love it. Carrie's like, yeah, like 2 days. And Darcia likes her hat. No, she says she likes her cup. What cup did you have? Unless she meant, oh, I've seen that cup.
This is my coffee cup.
But I've seen that cup live and in person.
Oh, this is Starbucks.
Okay, that's probably why. I mean, I've seen people that have that cup. I guess that's why. Either that, I've seen you drinking out of it. But I thought Brady, that is exactly what I was thinking. No, ma'am. I had them one time when I was in middle. I don't even remember where we lived in West Tennessee, and my friend, her dad would eat them. She said he ate them every day, and I was at their house. They lived in our neighborhood. I was like, "You want to try it?" Sure, I'll try it. It tasted like poop smells. That is the best way I can describe it. Do I know what poop tastes like? No. It tastes like poop smells. Never again. So nasty. And then a friend of ours was like, oh, they just didn't cook it right. Well, you cook it right. I might give it one more try. But no. No. And he has done passed on, so he ain't going to fix it for me. He said his sister can also cook them like nobody's business. So if ever she decides to cook them and offers me some fresh ones, I would try hers. Otherwise, nope. And I mean, when I say try, I'd be like, that's it. But no, chitlins, That's not how I usually say it either. I usually say something, it sounds like that, but it starts with a shh. That's how I usually say it. Because, No. And I think it's chitterlings. That's not how I say it. That's not how I say it. Ooh. I say it just like how she wrote it, but with a sh instead of ch. Regina said, pickled pig's feet. I will not try. Nope, no way, no how. Pickled pig feet don't sound good to me. I'm not a big pickled person anyway, like pickled stuff, like pickled beets, pickled. I don't want any of the pickled stuff. I don't mind regular pickles, like dill pickles and sweet pickles, but I don't want pickled feet, pickled tongue, pickled egg. Nope. Regina said, tasting a chitlin? Nope. Carrie said, something I don't regret trying is alligator. Now, alligator was surprisingly good. Chris K says, okra? Oh, now see, fried okra? Yes. Boiled okra? No. Boiled okra is slimy like snot. I can't do it. Because no. It's the texture thing, I think. Because it probably tastes fine. It
looks slimy.
Dawn said, Nancy crocheted headphones. Oh, and there you go. Brandy's agreeing. Love okra, not boiled. Boiled okra is slimy. Regina said, but pickled eggs are great. I like deviled eggs. Deviled eggs are yummy. I'm just not a big pickled anything. I mean, now, don't get me wrong. I would try it. But Carrie likes raw okra. I don't know if I've ever had raw okra. Hey, Adele. She's been lurking and crocheting. Hey, girl. I don't know that I've ever had, I mean, I probably have. I mean, I've had a lot of raw veggies. So there's a good chance that I've tried raw okra. But I do like some fried okra. Yummy. So, Carrie, be thinking on what nastiness we need to try.
I didn't try a bunch of that southern stuff until I went to Tallahassee. Because Tallahassee is like the South. It's not even though it's in Florida, it's not typical Florida.
So we need to try. So, Brandy, y'all be thinking. We'll do another Southerners try and we'll eat something. Or either that or we can go to a new restaurant and try something off the menu that we don't normally order. So long as it's not got soy in it, we good. Otherwise, if it has soy in it, my cheeks will be redder than they are right now. Which right now, I'm on a steroid pack, which is making my face red.
Oh.
Because I had some congestion and that's helping it. But, so yeah. So I need, so as long as it's not got soy in it. Carrie says, not nasty per se, but I want to try kimchi. pretty sure that's got a whole lot of soy, so you may be on your own with that. I might be wrong, but I'm kind of thinking it has a lot of soy, like soy sauce. Like if it has a tiny bit of soy, I'm fine. Like if it's not like the main ingredient, but if it's like marinated in soy sauce, I'm out. I can't do it just because of allergies. Not because I don't like the taste of it, although it's not my favorite flavor, but I will try some. I will try just about anything. That doesn't mean I won't like it. I don't like mushrooms. I think it's a texture thing too.
It's the texture.
Just like now, if they're like diced up real fine, like cream of mushroom soup, I'm fine. But big chunks, I'll just like slide them out the way. And they're slimy when they get cooked and they get that slime.
Same here. If I see it on a pizza, I pull it off. But
Yeah,
if it's in a stew or something, and I can't see them, I'm okay.
Yeah, like I'll eat it. Like as soon as I feel it in my mouth, I'll eat everything else, and I'm like, put the mushroom over there, because I can feel it. Because it's I just can't do mushrooms. Even like if it's like a stuffed mushroom and you're like trying to bite it, it's the texture because like it squishes and squishes and squishes, and then your teeth go through it. No, can't do it. Not big on green olives or black olives. But now my youngest kiddo, when we go to Subway, just go ahead and dump that whole jar of black olives. You can't give him too many black olives on his sub. Just Regina says they're slickery. They are slickery. Brandy said, and this is how I know we're related. Yes, we have similar tasting food. Angel says, good golly, I'm getting hungry and it's midnight. Well, you knew we were going to have to keep talking about food. But yeah, so we're going to have to find something that we need to taste. And y'all, give us some suggestions in the chat. Okay, there's Susan coming in. Do you eat liver? I can't eat liver. Love fried chicken livers. Had fried chicken livers.
Fried chicken livers, yes, but liver.
Okay, so Wednesday I had fried chicken livers. Beef liver looks gross. I don't know that I can do beef liver. I've never tried it. Okay, so there's one thing. I've never tried beef liver. It looks horrific. But now fried chicken livers I can do.
My grandma used
and I don't like the ones that are real bitter. Like every once in a while you'll get like one that's bitter. Can't do those. I'll just spit it out and toss it aside. Or was it fried chicken gizzards? Is it the gizzards? They're also kind of bittery. Guinea pig or oxalot? I ain't eating no guinea pig.
What?
No, ma'am. I'm not eating no guinea pig. Unless I be a guinea pig and try some stuff as an adjective, but I'm not going to eat it as a noun. Adele says, no to the liver. Regina said, liver and onion smells wonderful, but Brandy says, you can't eat oxalots. Okay, oxalotls.
My grandma, every Friday, my mom would make her liver and onions. Oh, man. I couldn't.
See, now I can do like fried chicken livers with some onions mixed in. I'm not a big fan of eating now, unless it's a sweet Vidalia onion. Now it's starting to get onion season. Now get you a good old sweet Vidalia, Georgia. A Georgia Vidalia, big old. Yeah, buddy. Now those are the best onions. But regular onions that you can get like any old time of the year, I like the way they smell when they're cooking and the flavor they give food, but I'm not a fan of just eating just that. And Chris said the kimchi she's had has been spicy. And see, I want to say that when we were living in Germany, that, because kimchi, is that Korean? Is it a Korean food?
I don't know.
I'm going to have to Google. But I'm thinking that that's what we had. And I tried it, but that was pre-knowing I was allergic to soy. And I may not have been allergic to it then, because they say some allergies you get later. You know, you could be allergic to something now that you weren't. Anyway. But I don't know that it's necessarily like my favorite. I don't know. I don't remember what it tasted like. Yeah. Carrie said eggs and pig brain. Girl, are you going to try that? Because that sounds gross. Eggs, okay. Pig brain sounds disgusting. Chris K says fried green tomatoes. Girl, I'm down for some fried green tomatoes. When we went on vacation a few years ago, it's been quite a few years ago, because both of my boys were still living at home when we went on this vacation, and we met my brother in. We went to Charleston, and then we went to Hilton Head in South Carolina, and we went to every restaurant we went to had fried green tomatoes on the menu for appetizers. So everywhere we went, we got fried green tomatoes and just compared them from restaurant to restaurant. And this one place brought them out to us, and they had them. And like, okay, here's another Southern dish that I'm not a fan of: grits. I'm not a big fan of grits. They're just blah. But anyway, they brought these out on Carolina cheesy grits. Oh, now that's a difference right there. They put cheese in it, made it better. But those were really good. And Carrie said Nana used to eat it, and Brandy's saying the same thing. Eggs and pig brains is one of her mom's favorite foods. Really?
Where do you get pig brains?
It sounds so gross. It sounds.
Where would you get pig brains from?
I don't know, but it sounds awful. Brandy, do you eat it? I mean, it sounds awful, but I don't know that I've ever had it, but it sounds horrible. Chris K said grilled cheese with onion slices. Regina said cooked Georgia Vidalias are tasteless to her, but raw on a sandwich are yummy. See, that's what I like. That's what I'm talking about. You know, that's just like, that's the kind of onion I can eat with like a bowl of white beans or a bowl of homemade pinto beans I've been cooking on the stove all day. Get you a slice of that Georgia Vidalia. It's a good sweet white onion. And if y'all have never had one, y'all are missing out. Chris K says black bean soup.
Oh, Puerto Ricans do a lot of black bean soup.
I like black beans. We have a little Mexican. It's kind of like what's that called? It's kind of like a Chipotle, but it's like a local. They only have 2 or 3 restaurants, but it's that style. And I'll get the black beans on it. Okie dokie. Scrolling back up because my chat jumped. Regina said grilled cheese with hamburger pickles. See, here, when you used to get a grilled cheese sandwich, like at a restaurant, you would get the grilled cheese sandwich, they would cut it in half, and then they would put the pickle on the outside. They would just lay it on top, so it would have pickle juice, but the pickle wouldn't be like in it. And Regina also doesn't eat grits. And you can get canned pig brains. It just sounds gross. Like if I saw that, I would be like, nope. Angel, love fried green tomatoes, blooming onions. Oh, now onion rings, fried onions. Oh, yeah, those I can. Yeah. She said fried mushrooms and everything else that comes deep fried. I can do everything you said except for the mushrooms. I'm out. You can have all the fried mushrooms you want. Those are all yours. Now, the other stuff that you mentioned, I'll eat. You can have it. And Brady says, yep, they came canned, and her mom grew up on a farm. So, Brandy, I still want to... Is that a yes to me, or are you yesing to Regina? So, let me know. Do you like pig brains? Carrie, have you had pig brains? Alrighty, let's see. Carrie says bread rolls are restaurant bread and ranch. Y'all, I know we've had this conversation before. The best ranch that you can buy and I know they're not everywhere. So if y'all don't have one of these restaurants, I'm sorry. But the best fast food ranch is at Zaxby's.
I agree.
It tastes the most like homemade ranch.
I love Zaxby's ranch.
And Chris is saying butchers carry pig brains. Oh, yeah, and there's a butcher in Dixon. Brandy. I don't know if I can do big brain scary. I mean, don't get me wrong. I told you I would try anything. But
Pig's brain comes in a can.
you can get canned pig brain. I mean, you can get canned any. You can get canned pig's feet, probably. Carrie says, I just like the Zax sauce. See, the Zax sauce is kind of like, isn't it kind of like the chicken Chick-fil-A sauce? Aren't they similar? But I think it's also a horseradish base. Peyton likes that. So, again, like Brandy was saying, that's how we know y'all's related. Peyton likes the Zax sauce too. And he also likes the Chick-fil-A sauce. And yep, she was agreeing with Regina that they can come in a can. Or they come in a can. Regina says the brains are canned like veiny sausages. Now I like me some veiny sausages. A little can of veiny sausages, a big old hunk of cheddar cheese. You slice the cheddar cheese, get you a little saltine cracker. Boop, boop, boop. I make you a whole meal right there.
Yep.
And Angel says no Zaxby's, so she's never had any. I know, and I guess I thought Zaxby's was like, I mean, I knew when they brought them in here. But I guess in my mind, I just thought they were everywhere. But my kiddo says they don't have any out in Cali. But they have another chicken that we don't have.
They have one in Okeechobee, but I haven't been to it yet.
So, all right, Carrie. Carrie's sending me something. It's the audio message. Hold on. Let me mute. Carrie, you want me crank it up? Let everybody hear your song. Let's see. Regina says, I wouldn't eat pig brains with or without eggs. Her foster mom was from Louisiana. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
She said yes.
Oh, she said yes. Okay. Here's what she, or let me turn it up. I'm cranking it up louder.
Try anything. Whoa, 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 whoa. Try anything.
Could y'all hear it?
Uh-huh. Try anything.
Try anything.
Whoa, whoa,
whoa, whoa. Yep. I'm going to have to remember that I just cranked my phone up because the next time I get a message, it's going to be like super loud. Or like I turned something on to listen to and it's going to be like, whoa, louder. Oh. And Angel said, yeah, Vienna sausages are her favorite. And I call them Viennies. I know it's Vienna, but I call them Viennese sausages. Carrie said it's from Zootopia. Got you. Seeing here, I was thinking you made up a song. You could have just let me believe it. You'd be like, oh, she's so smart. She made up a song. Dawn, I'm getting all your messages and they're cracking me up. I know, so many projects, y'all, in so little time. That's why, yeah. So many choices, so many options. Good point. She said, whatever we don't do this time, we can do next time. Yes, absolutely. They're coming out. They're coming out from the side. Regina says, Pam, you and I are sisters from the South. You got it, girl. You got it. Y'all, I didn't even tell y'all the word. Okay, that's what I was going to do like 30 minutes ago. Okay, so if you want to drop your channel link and you're still hanging out and y'all made it all this way, I'm sorry. I meant to do that. Actually, I meant to do it like an hour ago. But I believe it is still Be Crafty. B-E-E Crafty, all one word. Be Crafty. And Mr. Nightbot will drop your channel link. I tried to do it a little bit earlier in the live. I mean, I tried to wait till the last half, but I just totally forgot because we were like talking and reminiscing and memory laning and crocheting, and I just forgot. So, yeah. So, if y'all want to drop your link, Mr. Nightbot should be working? Let's see if he is. Miss Regina has typed in the word, and Mr. Nightbot is working. He's just been lurking. And there's Miss Regina's channel. And since I said the L word, and I know we've had several people that have been lurking, this is for y'all again. And Miss Susan, yep, Dawn's telling you, type again. It came up with an S instead of an A. And let me go back down here. And let's see here. Y'all, I know we did this last week, but we're going to do it again. This is Mr. Earl giving all y'all a thank you dance for being here. This is for everybody, whether you're catching the replay, lurking in the bushes, or chatting in the live. This is for y'all. Woo! Go Earl! Go Earl! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Woo, woo! Thanks, Earl! Makes me laugh every time. All right, y'all, and this is the stitch for this month. We're working on the iris stitch, and Nancy has made these little clips for me, which are super duper cute. So this is what we're working on for May, and if you missed it, this is what we're going to be doing in June. It's the basket weave stitch. Now, y'all, I will be going up a hook size. As I said at the beginning of the live, the basket weave, where's my little sample here, is a yarn eater. It is a very dense, thick, squishy fabric, which is kind of crazy going from the iris stitch, which is a loose, flowy stitch, into the basket weave. So I am going to go up a hook size, and I did a little test swatch, and I frogged it back out, but let me show you what it looks like now, and I did take a picture of it. This is going up a hook size.
That looks so cool.
Just for the basket weave section. So when not going up a hook size, it was, I'm going to say it was about this much narrower on both sides. Like I said, I did take a picture. Ooh, I'm not on my chats or on my comments. So, but it did. So I'm going to go up and yeah. All right, let's see here.
That's another stitch I haven't tried.
Regina says again. Okay, hold on. I give it to you. I know what you, I don't even have to know. I don't even have to ask. I know what you're asking for. Hold on. Scrolly, scrolly. Woo! Go Earl! Go Earl! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo, woo! Thanks, Earl! See, and then a couple of down it says Earl again. See, I knew. You didn't even have to say Earl again. When you say again, I know. It's like, what is it on Teletubbies? Again. There's another kid show. My kid, when my babies were babies, Teletubbies. And that was a kid show that I could, like, as an adult, did not bother me. And, like, I even introduced it to my grandkids. And now my youngest, Asher, he loves it. And Ellie likes it too, but Asher he really took to it. He loves it. So, Brandy said she is on Carrie's account. Her phone went kaput, so she is off to bed. Fun night. Good night, all. I'm so glad y'all both got sleep. Good night. Good night, Brandy. Susan said she has not tried the basket stitch. And y'all, it's not as complicated as I was making it out to be in my head. If you can do a double crochet, that's it. As long as you can do a double crochet, you are good to go.
I'm good to go then.
So, yeah. And then the thing with the basket weave, and we'll talk about it more next month, but you can do it in groups of 3, groups of 4, groups of 5, depending upon how wide you want your weave to be. However many. So the stitch count can vary. For the blanket, I'm going to do 198. And then we're going to do a half double at the start and half double at the end for a total working stitch count of 196. But if you want to just start straight out with a basket weave, you can totally do that. But y'all know, I like I'm a creature of habit, and I like to have that first stitch to just anchor everything, but you don't have to. Like I said, we'll talk about that more about that next month, but I just kind of wanted to show y'all, just so you'll be prepared that when you get to this section, unless you can crochet really loose or looser than what you have on the rest of it, go up a hook size. Or you're going to be like holding up your blanket and it's going to be going, what did I do? You didn't do nothing. It's just a dense stitch, and it's going to draw in. That's just the nature of the stitch. So, yeah.
I won't have that problem because I'm not doing the basket. I mean, the basket.
The blanket.
The
You're not doing the blanket. Yeah. Or even like Chris K, if you're still working on your scarf, you're going to want to go up a hook size. And I probably could have went up 2 hook sizes, but I don't have, in the same brand of hook, I don't have an L or a, what's the one after K? A 7mm. I don't have a 7mm or an L hook. I thought I did, but if I do, it's not in this vicinity. So it jumped all the way up to a P. So, yeah. But just so you'll be looking. But I mean, we've still got 2 weeks. Again, next week is the 5th Thursday. So it's going to be, we can work on any of the stitches from January through today. So if you have any questions that you're wanting to ask about a previous stitch, bring those questions and we can work it out and we can show you how to do it. Yeah. Kind of like a refresher. I may have to refresh my own memory on the stitch counts and the multiples for each stitch. I should have been keeping track of that, but I wasn't. I did the tutorial and then bloop, bloop. So even I have to go back to my notes when I'm wanting to like write up a pattern. And when I say write up a pattern, like I said earlier, I haven't published any of them, but I have written loads of them in a way that I understand them. I don't know if everybody else will be able to understand them, but I can understand them at the time I'm doing the project. Now, can I understand it 2 or 3 years later? Don't know. Maybe not. That's what the tutorials are for. They're more for me than anything else. So, all right, y'all, if everybody has dropped their link that was wanting to, I believe we're going to get out of here. Hey, Miss Angela. She says, how are you today? I'm doing fine. Your square is very beautiful and the colors, very beautiful work. Thank you for sharing. Stay safe. Well, thank you, Miss Angela, for popping in and saying howdy do. We're getting ready to head out. But, so yeah, I did go a little bit over what I said I was going to do earlier. But when you're having fun and you're chit-chatting, time just flies by.
Yeah, you had lots of your friends and family chit-chatting back and forth.
Yes, that was so fun.
That was fun.
And I hope my friend Dawn, I hope she'll pop up and we'll have to give her her one of my guy friends, he used to call me Pamela Fred. So I'll have to go back in the archive of names that we used to call one another and decipher which one is YouTube friendly. YouTube appropriate. So we can decipher all the different Dawns. Differentiate, not decipher. Because, yeah. And Chris says she's using a furl, so yep, she can go up. Yay. All right. But yeah, you will definitely be sad if you don't. Unless you can, like I said, unless you can adjust your tension to keep it the same. But it's just one of those stitches that it's just easier if you just go up a hook size. Then you can keep crocheting the way you like to crochet, and it's going to just make it flow a lot better. So, yeah. Oh, that's okay, Dawn. She said she's hurting today and didn't make it up on panel. Well, I was coughing, yesterday. I started coughing night before. We were outside, so allergies and just everything. Had everything all stirred up. So I went yesterday because I was like, ooh, it's going to be a long weekend. I don't want to wait and go tomorrow because everybody's going to be going tomorrow. And I also didn't want to be coughing for 2 days straight. So, yeah. So I went yesterday, got some medicine. So I'm feeling loads better today. So I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to do the live because I was afraid I'd start coughing a lot. But what? You didn't get to the purple, but I still love it.
Yeah, I didn't get to the purple.
I mean, you know,
it's
you
still,
could always cheat and color control and back it out, but I think it looks super cute the way it is.
yeah, all these colors go together.
I think it turned out great. She said, I hope to make it up next week. Ooh, yay! That would be good. Regina says, feel better tomorrow and every day after that. Miss Dawn. Yes, yes, yes. All right, y'all. We're going to pop out, so I hope y'all have... Oh, wait a minute. Regina got to the last color to rip, rip, rip. You're almost done. Woo! Go back over here. Beep, 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 beep. Where's Nashley? Had to flip back up because somebody else said something. It's just Miss Dawn thanking Miss Regina. And Darcy said, Nancy, your hat is beautiful. Angel says, cute, Nancy. All right, y'all. Have a fantastic night. Remember, be creative. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.